Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Going on, man? How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody that this is episode number 429, number 429 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow, folks. All right, now, I hope you all had a good weekend here. Of course, Obama still trying to rumble things around the international community. I know if you folks have been keeping up with the news, you know what I'm talking about. 10 days left. I hope this guy just get him out. It's time to get Obama's ass and get him out of here. Sick of talking about this guy. I'm sick of looking at this guy already. I've been looking at this damn son of a bitch for 8 years. I'm tired of him. Get out. You're the worst president in American history, you stupid piece of crap. Get out. Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, I'm sorry to start the Monday in that capacity, folks, but isn't this the longest, the absolute longest, 2 weeks of your life? I mean, as days go by, it's like a freaking year. I mean, we went through the whole goddamn campaign of the presidential cycle of this past 2016 in a snap. Here we are, we're waiting. 10 days, 10 more days, god damn it. 10 more days. 10 more days. This is the slowest day. I don't even know what to call it. It's some kind of a time continuum slowdown. I'm telling you this right now, folks. I can't stand it. I want this man out of here. He is a threat to our country. He's already put us back, I don't know how many years, economically, socially, politically, made us look like a bunch of buffoons on the world stage, for Christ's sake. Let's get him out. And let me tell you, before I get onto the markets, I would like to remind everybody that there is still a whole group of people in this country that believe that Barack Obama is somehow a great president, and he did so much good for this country. And let me tell you, we on the right, we have to put it in memes. We have to propagandize it. We got to stuff it down their liberal throats that this goddamn president was the worst president in American history. And the reason that everybody had to go out and vote for somebody like Donald Trump was because this son of a bitch kamikazed our country almost into oblivion. So I encourage everybody out there in the meme wars, everybody out there participating in, internet shenanigans. I strongly advise you to just trash this son of a bitch's legacy. What legacy? There ain't no legacy. There should be no legacy. So anyway, that being said, let me calm down here. I'm taking a couple of deep breaths, you know. All right, that's it. All right. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Let's go ahead and get to the market, shall we? Now, folks, I don't know if you folks have been following the past couple of stocks that I've been suggesting in the past couple of tweets or the past couple of sessions, Friday and today, Monday. On Friday, I suggested a stock on Twitter called ETRM is the symbol of that particular stock. And believe it or not, some folks actually bought it on Friday because it was one of these kind of a medical therapeutic company. And the reason that it went up was because there were two insurance companies that allowed this company's therapeutic technology to be covered in their insurances. And this kind of situation is peculiar because on top of it being good news for the day, I mean, such news announcements basically solidifies that this company is going to have profits. It's going to have, income. It's definitely money in the bank. And as a result, folks, this was going to be a play that was more than just a one-day play, which I played in, Friday. People held it over the weekend, and folks, this son of a bitch went up 100% today, folks. I don't want to really cover the stock because, I'm kind of throwing up in my mouth a little bit. It's called Intromedics Inc. Once again, ETRM is the symbol. Went up the roof today. People held on to it over the weekend. I also suggested another stock today. Here, let me get to it here really fast. Exact Science. The symbol on that is EXAS. EXAS, which was a very, very volatile stock today. It was up and down, very, very choppy waves. Or not choppy, very, very big swooping down waves and dips. Played this a couple of times today. Decent money, but for the most part, there was not too many stocks in the volatile section. Everything pretty much was anything that was high as far as the plus side of the big board was pretty much takeovers, buyouts, that sort of thing. And whenever you see a buyout, you're not going to. The only people that cash out on buyout opportunities are those that have been holding the stock. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue going here. It was flat today on the market, to say the least, in the day trading pattern end, and it was even worse across the board, with the exception of the NASDAQ, which is ironic. But let's go ahead and get to it. Equity slipping. Dow Jones Industrials down today, 76.42 points. A percentage decrease of 0.38%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 19,887.38 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We had the S&P also down today, 8.08 points, a percentage decrease of 0.35%, closing out the S&P at 2,268.90 points for the S&P 500. Let's get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was up, ironically. It was up 10.76 points, a percentage increase of 0.19%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,531.82 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, once again, as you can see with the erraticness of this market, and we're going to cover the commodities here in just a second, a lot of helter-skelter type of activity, a lot of erratic activity. I'm starting to see the seams come undone slowly but surely. It's starting to fray, at least. And I'm starting to speculate that we may see something big here in February as far as like a contraction. This pattern is looking eerily similar to 2008, 2009, and I recollect that as it was yesterday. It literally went from January to February, and February was the apex of the actual contraction of the market, and then it just kept going down from there. So that's what I'm anticipating. All the obstacles are there for for it to happen. I mean, the Federal Reserve raising interest rates 4 times in fiscal year 2017. You've got a bloviated stock market. Beyond bloated stock market, it's pathetic. You've got an anemic employment market at this current time. You've got wealth isolated in a very, very few amount of hands. These are the things that have to be rectified, which Trump is. Trump is attempting to rectify the employment situation in this country and is trying to make business and construct business, not necessarily redistributing wealth, because that would be what this dumbass Obama did, but constructing it to where it would engage those that are hoarding wealth to be able to spend it, because they'll be taxed at lower rates to do so. And that's typically what happens when folks that are hoarding the wealth, when they loosen up the tax restraints on that hoarded money, they tend to start spending it. They start spending it extravagantly. And as a result, that's where independent entrepreneurs can utilize opportunities of that capacity to generate their own wealth. As you can see in this economy, in Obama America, it is very, very difficult to generate wealth. And the only way you could is if you have one of these politicians in your pocket in the Democratic Party. You give them, $20,000 in a campaign contribution account, and they give you some federal or state contract for $1 million. I mean, that's the only way you're going to make money in this Obama America. I'm serious. That's how people have gotten wealthy. And I'm telling you this right now, folks. I mean, this has to change, and that's what Donald Trump is doing at this point in time. But even though he is going to increase the employment market and obviously going to try to increase the GDP growth, according to Mnuchin, the goal is 4% on a sustainable level. If they can accomplish that, even if the Federal Reserve does raise interest rates, even if the market does crash, it'll only affect those in the baby boomer generations, because they're the ones most invested in this market. And I caution those that are baby boomers or those that are elderly, that got 401ks, that got retirements, portfolios. I caution you. I mean, even if you don't believe me, I mean, don't you think at this point in time you should at least cash out a good percentage of that particular investment that you have, just to at least have some cash on hand, just in case I happen to be right, which I usually am 99% of the time? I mean, so I'm just saying, man, I mean, don't sit there and just shake your head and say,
no, Ghost is lying. There's not going to be a contraction. Everything's great. Look, we almost touched 20,000 Dow Jones Industrial. It's going to be great.
I'm telling you, man, it's going to be ugly. And I hope that some of you folks that got nice 401ks and retirements and portfolios, you're looking at your damn portfolio and you're basking in it. But, heed my warning, okay? I think that you should cash out some of it, if not all of it, just some of it, because let's say the contraction does happen. What are you going to do with the cash that you cash out at these rates in the stock market? You go back in the stock market and start accumulating blue chip stocks and dividend stocks. And I've said this time and time again, that's when you generate wealth and net worth as an individual. You go in, you start purchasing during the crash, during any major contraction, you want to go in and buy as much as you can as it pertains to blue chip and dividend stocks. Now, once again, dividend stocks means that not only do you own the stock, which gives you net worth, which you can put down on a credit application, a loan application, which looks highly upon you as a individual for any financial risk. Always remember that. It's always good to have a nice portfolio where you own stock, where you own properties, because that will make you very attractive if you want to take out a loan, or if you want to have some generous credit to some capacity. And that's why I always try to tell people, I mean, even if you just hold the stock for the long term, even one of these long-term bear investors, I mean, just holding the stock increases your net worth. Anyway, on top of the stock value, if you own a stock that pays a dividend, they will pay you quarterly, depending on the stock. You have to look into each stock to see how much they pay dividend. But they will pay you a dividend per stock, per share that you own every quarter. So every quarter, if you have accumulated a whole array, a whole bunch of this particular dividend-based stocks, for every stock that you own, you're going to get a check each month deposited in your brokerage account for the dividends of that quarter. All right? So in my personal opinion, all right, in my personal opinion, this is what I'm waiting for. This is why I'm sitting on a lot of cash. I'm waiting for this contraction because I'm telling you, I'm gobbling up more blue chips. I'm gobbling up more dividend-based stocks. It's bound to happen. I mean, even if you're a pattern trader today, you still got to be thinking about long-term investment. I mean, did you see the pattern trading today? It was nothing. There was no volatility in the market. Anyone who saw any kind of volatility on the big board on any of these stocks, the damn investment community would freaking jump on it like a bunch of hyenas on a dead carcass. And, you know, what you would traditionally see in the beginning of the morning, real nice deep dips and waves become short and choppy nothings. This is what's happening right now. There is not enough liquidity and not enough volatility in the market to be day trading at a generous level. I mean, you know, day trading and making like $5,000 a day, I mean, unless you're investing, you know, large sums of money and putting it at risk, it's very, very hard in these markets because you can sense the desperation in this market just based on the pattern trading. You know, just the stock that I mentioned today. You take a look at that damn chart. I mean, you start seeing dips and waves, and then all of a sudden choppiness, and then flat. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And take a look at the volume on that stock. Take a look at the average volume and take a look at how many shares were traded today. When huge volume starts coming into a stock that you're pattern trading, that's what's going to stop the big dips and waves of the damn stock itself.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and recently we've been doing random acts of helpfulness. Like decorating a children's hospital, helping a mom get a tutor for her son, and even replacing stolen tools from a car break-in. And right now, during the Honda Dream Garage sales event, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda. Like the Accord, a 2017 Car and Driver 10 Best a record 31 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2017.
So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to commodities, shall we? Now, we saw some decreases in stocks, obviously, with the exception of NASDAQ. Is that reflected on the commodities? That means should we see an increase in commodities? Well, folks, if you took a look at energy, you wouldn't have thought so. Energy took it on the teeth today. I mean, good God. And once again, it underscores what I've been discussing about OPEC and how they're losing credibility. I mean, they've been announcing this production cut for a long time, and yet all the agreed world producers of oil who agreed to this OPEC cut don't seem to be obliging it. They seem to be overproducing it, and the reason is because money is scarce. Even the Saudis are desperate for money. I mean, they just injected I don't know how many billions of dollars into their banking system just to make it solvent. I'm not joking around. I mean, the Russia is taking it on the teeth. All oil-producing countries are taking it on the teeth. That's why they wanted this oil cut, so that they could, get some money back. I mean, why do you think Venezuela is in the situation that it's in? Because these dumbass central planners in the socialist government of Venezuela thought that freaking $100 barrels of oil were just going to be the norm and that the barrel would never tank like it did last year, for Christ's sake. And now, what is Venezuela doing? They're starving to death. I mean, they're eating their cats, their dogs, they're eating trash. And the reason is because of the misappropriation of funds, corruption, a lot of the socialist government putting the money in their pocket, not allocating resources to the appropriate resource. I mean, I'm serious, man. I mean, here you are, you're like the third largest oil deposit in the world, Venezuela, and yet what do? They fuel their whole goddamn cities on hydroelectricity. water-based electricity. Last year, one of the worst droughts in Venezuelan history. That's why they couldn't even suffice energy to their cities, for Christ's sake. And why is that? Because of the allocation of resources by who? The centralized government, the socialist communist government of Venezuela. So for all you idiots that think that socialism and communism is a utopia, take a look at the idiots that thought so in Venezuela and take a look at how they're starving to death now. Anyway, let's get to energy, shall we? Once again, energy taking it on the teeth. WTI sweet crude is down today, $2.20. A percentage decrease of 4.07% decrease on the day. I mean, good God. Closing out WTI at $51.79 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude also on the negative. It is down $2.33, a percentage decrease of 4.08% decrease on the day for Brent crude. Jesus Christ. Closing out Brent crude at $54.77 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline also down today, 4.08% on the day. Jeez, man, these are horrible decreases. Natural gas, once again, feast or famine in this commodity. It is down today, 5.11% decrease on the day. Good God, and heating oil also taking it on the teeth. The entire energy sector, heating oil is down, 4.06% decrease on the day. Good God. Now, what's going on in the metals? The metals, let's get to the goddamn metals. Now, ironically, we're starting to see slight increases in the metals. I mean, not as much as one would anticipate given the slide in equities and given the obvious decrease in energy. So where's the damn investors putting their money? They don't even know. Anyway, gold up slightly today. It was up $7.80, a percentage increase of 0.66%. Closing out gold at $1,181.20 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver up also 8 cents, a percentage increase of 0.49%, closing out silver at $16.60 per troy ounce of silver. Copper is down slightly today, 0.55% decrease on the day for copper. We've got platinum up very, very modestly. It is up 0.02% increase on the day for platinum. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, shall we? Now, as I look across the board, it's kind of mixed bag here in agriculture, and let's just get to it right now. Corn is up 0.56% increase on the day for corn. Wheat is also up, folks, 0.95% increase on the day for wheat. We've got oats down today, 1.10% decrease on the day for oats. Rough rice, it is up, 0.21% increase on the day for rough rice. We've got soybean up today, 1.06% increase for soybean. Soybean oil is up 1.46% increase on the day. And canola is up 0.18% increase on the day for canola. Let's go ahead and get to the softs, shall we? Now, the softs look pretty bloody. Today. I have no idea. It's just, I'm telling you, these investors, they don't know where to put their money, man. I'm telling you, this is the calm before the storm, and I'm just sitting back waiting. I'm sitting on a lot of cash, and I'm waiting. Anyway, we got cocoa, folks, down today. 3.41% decrease on the day for cocoa, which is the base for chocolate. That's a pretty big slide, man. I wonder what the hell that's about. We got coffee,
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Just don't talk to me.
Shut up, you stupid hipster fruit!
Coffee is up today, 0.95%. All right? I mean, let me tell you, it doesn't seem like Starbucks is going to get any cheaper. So keep paying whatever it is, $15 a goddamn coffee, whatever it is that you fruit bowls pay. We got sugar. Sugar is down today, 1.59% decrease on the day. Orange juice continues its downfall. What the F? We got OJ down 2%, man. Jesus Christ. Cotton is down 1.35% decrease on the day. Lumber is down 1.92% decrease on the day. Ethanol is down today, rubber is down today 1.08%, and ethanol is down 1.74%. I mean, give me a break. I mean, where are the investors going? What's going on here? What a horrible day on the market today, just to say the least. Anyway, let's get to livestock, shall we? Live cattle is finally starting to see some bounce back. Live cattle is up today, 1.48% increase on the day for live cattle, which is ironic because we've been seeing nothing but decreases for a long time. Cattle feeder is also up today, 1.37% increase on the day. And lean hogs, folks, are seeing a slight contraction, slight sell-off. Lean hogs is down 0.35% decrease on the day. Now, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, folks, what we are seeing here is a manipulation in the Bitcoin market. China is doing much like what it's done to its own currency. It has established massive mining farms to mine these Bitcoins. And to be completely honest with you, much like how they own a plethora of our debt, and whenever they decide to sell it, it will drive the cost of our value of our dollar down. The same thing is happening here in the Bitcoin market, and that's what people aren't really understanding, that, you know, what's causing this horrific, disgusting volatility, jumping from about 1,100 and change down to about 800 and change. Right now, Bitcoin's price is $901.44 per Bitcoin. We're seeing some currency manipulation here in the Bitcoin market directly from China, so be aware of that. But, you know, if you're going to see these types of swings, if you happen to trade Bitcoin, this would be something as an opportunity for you, because you can trade Bitcoin unlimitedly. I mean, there is no, as far as I know, in America, no law against trading Bitcoin all day and all night. Now, just imagine if you would have caught the dip on the Bitcoin and got in at about 8 and change, you know, it went back up to about 9 and change. It went back down today to about 901. I think that we're going to see another dip in Bitcoin because of the Chinese manipulation of this currency. But regardless, I think that it's a pretty good opportunity for folks that want to day trade, that don't have the $25,000 to trade in the equities market, to possibly entertain currency trading in the Bitcoin market. Now, if for you folks that are unaware how to do that, I believe that there's a website that does this and allows you to do it. Well, first of all, allows you to have a Bitcoin wallet and stored there on their servers, and at the same time provides the service to trade Bitcoin in a variety of different currencies. So the website is called Blockchain. I think you could Google it up and put blockchain Bitcoin. I mean, you should bring it up. It's called Blockchain. Free account to open up, free to have a Bitcoin wallet out of there so you don't have to keep it on your computer. And at the same time, if you have an accumulated wallet of Bitcoins, you can trade those for currencies. And that's what makes Bitcoin really convenient as far as I'm concerned, because if you're in any country, what you can do is you can take one of your Bitcoins and trade it for that country's currency, and then transfer the country's currency into a, wire service or a bank, and then get it in that country of origin. I mean, it is a universal currency. That's what Bitcoin is. And if you take a look at the blockchain service, you're going to see that it will allow you to cash out Bitcoins in a variety of different currencies, and all currencies fluctuate. So, you know, it's kind of a de facto currency trading situation if you want to get in and potentially make a couple of bucks off Bitcoin. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? That, my friends, as a matter of fact, is the markets for your ass. All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. I pretty much rested up. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really do too much. I kind of wanted to do something, but I didn't do anything. I decided to rest, give the body a little bit of rest going on. And I'm glad I did, because I feel like 110% better. I'm telling you this right now. I mean, there was times there last week, in the past couple of weeks, when, I was struggling, baby. I was forcing it. But now that I've got some rest, I feel good. I hope everybody's feeling the same way. Let's go ahead and get to the first subject matter, since we're already, well ahead of time. I want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump meeting with Alibaba's Jack Ma. And for you folks that are unfamiliar of who Jack Ma is, Jack Ma, if I'm not mistaken, is now the richest man in the world, if I'm not mistaken. He is the man that created the online epicenter massive Chinese website called Alibaba. As a matter of fact, I think it's Asia. It's not just exclusive to China, if I'm not mistaken. And what Jack Ma has done has basically made himself the business epicenter of Chinese business. Drudge talks a lot about him. A lot of the business journals and a lot of the business media outlets talk about him. So inevitably, Donald Trump met with Jack Ma, which is kind of out of the blue, to be honest with you. Because listen, what has the Chinese government done besides been belligerent and had a belligerent stance towards Trump and his economic policies? All right. And here we are, we're thinking that China, is talking garbage to Trump, saying, Trump, we're gonna take out a big stick if you think that you're going to, economically block China. I mean, China's just talking all kinds of massive crap. And then they had their biggest businessman of their country come over here and visit Trump. Now, why did Jack Ma visit Trump, folks? Because Trump and he are now discussing bringing in 1 million jobs into America, and that just goes to show you that Donald Trump is negotiating jobs. Now, why is he talking to Jack Ma? I'll tell you why. Because Mexico does not want to talk to Donald Trump. They're acting like a bunch of idiots. They're making it a racial situation. They're making it seem as if like they did Americans. I don't want to talk no stinking Americans. I don't care. I mean, get out of here. I mean, they recently fired. Oh, I'm sorry. He's the 28th richest man in the world, Jack Ma. My apologies. I know he's the richest man in China. Anyway, big deal. And Jack Ma actually discussed and had a meeting together. Because what Trump is doing now, since Mexico does not want to, take its place as a potential tool against China, now Trump is deciding to use China against Mexico. And he's done so by last week, in the past couple of weeks, tweeting that if any of these companies decide to relocate to Mexico, that they're going to get a 35% tax on every goddamn product that's produced and imported back into this country. And, of course, a lot of the companies decided, well, you know what, we're going to stay in America. You know what, that's what we're going to do. And the reason that Trump is doing this, in my personal opinion, is because Mexico doesn't want to play ball for whatever reason. Mexico is acting like a complete bunch of idiots, and that's why Donald Trump pulled the trigger the last couple of weeks on these tweets and, basically hinting to these corporations that are going to relocate to Mexico. You notice it's Mexico that he's targeting right now. You notice that, right? It's companies that are in this country that are moving to Mexico. And the reason is because Mexico is acting like a bunch of idiots. They don't want to pay for the wall. They don't want to negotiate NAFTA. They don't want to renegotiate trade deals. They want to continue to lure American companies into their country while at the same time dumping their riffraff of their country into our country. All right? And they don't want to do anything about it. They don't want to talk to Trump, even though I think it's in their best interest to talk to Trump. I mean, if they were smart, they would actually use themselves as leverage for the United States against China. I mean, Mexico could be the next China. They could be the next business epicenter of the hemispheres. But unfortunately, folks, Mexico, a bunch of idiots, obviously. Every one of those people that are in government right now, I'm talking to all you Mexican government idiots. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're eating too many enchiladas, or I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're stupid. I mean, you know, you dumb idiot, tequila-drinking pieces of idiot trash out there in the government of Mexico. Do you understand that you could have been used as leverage against China, and that maybe Trump would have allowed these companies to go in and basically set up a shop in your country to manufacture goods? If you would have just negotiated, if you would have renegotiated the NAFTA agreements, if you would have just paid for the wall, I mean, the $50 billion that we're sending you in trade is nothing compared to what you could have renegotiated if you utilized yourselves as a economic tool against China. But you didn't do it, did you? No, you didn't do it. You decided to act like, some kind of a goddamn obstinate ranchero or some kind of crap. You know, some kind of El Guapo, sombrero-wearing bad hombre. And you want to go out there and just say, no, we're not talking to Trump. We're not talking to no Trumps. I'm not talking to no Trumps. Well, look what Donald Trump's doing. He's not going to wait for you burrito-eating idiots over there. You know what he's going to do? He's going to go talk to these idiots over there in China. You know what he's going to do? On the business table, on the negotiating table, he's going to blindfold China with dental floss, and they're not even going to know what's hitting them. So once again, I personally believe now we have taken a pivot as far as the Trump negotiating with Mexico. Now what Trump is doing, he is going to hurt Mexico economically because Mexico, for whatever reason, is acting like a bunch of idiots and don't want to play ball. So now what Trump is doing, he is dissuading investment in Mexico that's coming from America, and prohibiting Mexico from growing economically. And even the freaking idiot president said today, or this weekend, I think, or sometime last week, maybe Friday or Thursday, I forgot what it was. Mexican president tweeted, Mr. Trump, you are taking away jobs from Mexico so that we are going to continue to have immigrants come to your country. Yes, Mr. Trump. You're taking jobs away from Mexico, so that means more immigrants are going to come to your country. I mean, that's what the Mexican president said. He's threatening us with more immigrants, for Christ's sake, this son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen, I like the way Trump is playing all these countries against each other. These countries are morons. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. I know just by Jack Ma showing up to meet with Trump, it goes to show you that China is freaking desperate. I mean, that goes to show you that China is really scared. They're not going to show that they're scared. They're going to try to show like an honor-based type of saber-rattling for face value. But for Jack Ma to meet with Donald Trump, I think it's a big deal. I think it's a capitulation of the Chinese government. I think that they're bowing down. In my opinion, they are bowing down, and I like it. I love it. I love it at this point in time because now what's being negotiated with Trump is a reinvestment into America by China to create jobs. Which, let's be honest, folks, China's got so much money they could just throw money into the economy out of their own freaking investment assets, just to prop up jobs so that they can continue to sustain the trade deal that they have with the United States. Do you get it? So what I'm saying is we give them $550 billion for 2016 in trade. $550 billion, we get nothing. So, if they can suffice 1 million jobs out of the $550 billion that they get from us in trade, and what is that going to cost them? What is that going to cost? What is 1 million jobs going to cost? $1 billion? Huh? $1 $1 billion a year. They're getting $550 billion a year in trade from America, for Christ's sake, man. And you see, this is what Trump is explaining to Jack Ma. This is what Jack Ma is going to explain to the freaking Chinese government. I mean, you've got to give, and that's what literally Trump is trying to negotiate with the Chinese. You can't just think that, you're just going to have this imbalanced trade deal forever. It's unsustainable, and even if you think it's sustainable, it's going to come to an end. At some point in time, America's not going to have any more money to give you because we don't have any goddamn economy to generate any money from. So if we don't have any money as American consumers to generate money from, that means they're going to lose money in the long run as far as Chinese goods are concerned, Chinese manufacturing, and that's what Trump is trying to get across to Jack Ma and the Chinese government. So I like this. I think that Donald Trump meeting with Jack Ma, I'm sure that the freaking Mexicans are a little pissed off. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Chinese build the wall. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it right now. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chinese build the wall as a PR move to legitimize and sustain the current levels of trade that they have with America, because they don't want that to go away. Believe me, they don't want that $550 billion to go away each year of American consuming dollars going to Chinese goods. They don't want that. As a matter of fact, they're already slipping in GDP growth, and they're having a damn heart attack about it. All right? I mean, they want to continue to sustain that 7% GDP growth so that they can claim that they're the greatest economic model of all time when we all know it's a bunch of fixed crap. But I'm serious. I wouldn't be surprised if China pays for the damn wall against Mexico. I'm not joking around. I know what Trump is doing now. Since Mexico doesn't want to play ball on any of this stuff, well, then screw them. All right, screw them. That's all I'm saying, screw them. And I'm glad he's meeting with Jack Ma. And you want to know why I'm glad? It's a showing that the Chinese government is scared. I mean, it shows that the Chinese government is concerned that their gravy train of American money just unlimitedly in billions of dollars going into the Chinese country is going to come to an end, and they don't want it. But they want to save face. That's big with Asia. They don't want to look like chumps. I mean, hell, in some Asian countries, they kill themselves if they feel that they are dishonored. So I think that's what the Chinese government is doing. They're trying to saber rattle. They're trying to flex nuts as far as the government is concerned. But Jack Ma coming over here and meeting with Trump, I'm telling you, that is a bowing down. That is a bowing down session right now. I'm serious. I mean, that is a bowing down session, and I'm glad that Donald Trump is making China bow down. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this right now. Oh, man, I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now. China will flip the bill for the wall on Mexico. And you want to know why China will do it? Because now we're negotiating with China, even though Mexico, for whatever reason, is acting like they just had a bad burrito from America or something and not talking to us. I mean, they even fired the guy from the government who actually hooked up the meeting with Trump and the president of Mexico. They fired that guy for whatever reason. So that just goes to show you that they're pissed, or I don't know what the hell the Mexican government's problem is. Hey, but that's their loss. That's their loss. Now we're renegotiating with China, and I know that Trump is saying, hey, look, China, we could easily go and make Mexico the new China. We could easily, reinvest in there. I could have these companies go in there. As a matter of fact, I could make an incentive for companies to relocate their manufacturing base there and have the goods just transferred right through the border of Texas, create all kinds of new jobs, importation, trucking, transport, all kinds of stuff. I can do that, but, let's make a deal. Why don't you do something for us, China? Why don't you do something for us? You got a lot of money. You get $550 billion from us, and I don't know how much from everybody else in the world. Why don't you kick back 1 million jobs to America, huh? Why don't you build the wall against Mexico? And it'll signify two things, China. It'll signify, first of all, that it is an act of courtesy and an act of thanks for all the money we've given your damn asses all these years. And secondly, it is a slap to the face of Mexico to tell them that, no, China take over. And that means that Mexico is no longer going to even be a blip on the international production radar. Anyway, folks, I really am excited that Donald Trump met with Alibaba's Jack Ma. I'm telling you, that's China bowing down. I'm not joking. That's China bowing down. Anyway, they discussed 1 million jobs being created over the next 5 years. And let me tell you, that's more and more jobs. Here this past weekend, Fiat Chrysler said they're going to stay here, create more jobs. I mean, we're winning, baby. And I can't wait for this man to be president. I want Obama out of here, that goddamn mulatto. I want him out. That anti-American piece of trash. That freaking Saul Alinsky, foreskin-loving piece of crap. I want Barack Obama out of the presidency. I mean, this is the longest, 12, 13 days. It's now 10 days left. The longest time to wait ever. I want him out. Barack Obama, I want you gone. Don't ever come back. I don't want to see your face again. I don't want to see your ugly, tranny wife's face. You people are a disgrace. I'm telling you this right now. If this man goes out on a speaking tour, if this guy goes out and tries to be some kind of valiant, holier-than-thou asshole, everybody and their brother should be going out and protesting this idiot. I mean, you remember when they would protest Donald Trump's speaking engagements and rallies and that sort of thing? That's the same thing that should happen to Barack Obama. The same goddamn thing. Fluster that stupid anti-American son of a bitch. I'm not joking. If that guy, when he's a civilian, he's out there, he's speaking. I mean, I hope that there are planned protests to make that stupid idiot look like the moron he is. God, don't get me started on that asshole. Good God, don't get me started on that milky liquor. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs, shall we? All right, how about that? How about a little bit of that? And for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is go to my Twitter account right now, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That's True Capitalist Radio Live. And I'll give you a shout-out live right here on the broadcast right here and now on the True Capitalist Radio Show. Do we got any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, we got the Base Lord in the house, Green Leader. We got Speed Mobile 91 in the place. We've got Boat in the house. What's going on at Boat? American Bridge. Well, wait a minute. Why is American Bridge freaking retweeting me? It says on their profile, holding Republicans accountable. What the hell are you doing listening to my show? Get out of here, you stupid leftist piece of trash. We've got Distilling Capitalist. We got Tom in the house. What's going on, Tom? How you doing, man? We got Ed Plus in the house, CDI Fan 237, Super Snow in the house. We've got the Inner Circle Rothschilds. What the hell? Just shut up. You just shut up, you stupid moron. As a matter of fact, I want to say what's up to the Inner Circle right now in the Inner Circle chat room. What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Anyway, let's see who else we got going on. You want to retweet the tweet on my Twitter account, and we'll go ahead. Hey, what's going on? Look at everybody's in the damn Inner Circle chat. What's going on, baby? Yeah! Got all the haters of the Inner Circle out here now, right? You hating now, don't you? Oh, you hating that you ain't in the Inner Circle now, there, boy? Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? Because We're taking more Twitter shout-outs, all right? We got Blue Waffle. We got Dr. Bristle, the Smiler in the house. Who else do we got here? Who else? We got the Brony Network. We've got a trans shotgun. Did you put a pair of balls in a shotgun now for crying? Enough of the pair of balls stuff. Seriously, man, that's enough. That's so 2016, all right? Get in the now! We've got King Harless. What's going on, man? We've got Free Zorg in the house. What's going on? Novelty Best, Chris Hyde. How you doing? Who else do we have here? We got 727 caller in the house. Scarlet Moon in the place. I'm not going to say. I'll take 2 number 9. Shut up with that crap, man. Shut up. Let's continue going, folks. Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and I'll give you a shout-out live right here on the broadcast. We've got Exara Hawks, for Christ's sake. Who else do we got here? We got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. There's Billy the Belt Boy. We've got Orlando Pig Roast. No, don't say that. Don't say that crap. Man, let me tell you something. There was 2 officers shot in Orlando here today. And I don't know if you are noticing this, but there are cops being shot all over the place in this country. And why D. Ray McKesson and the Black Lives Matter leadership is not in jail, I have no idea. These people should be in jail for all the cop killings that are happening right here. I mean, there needs to be some level of RICO statute implemented on these people so that you could charge them all. You could charge them all, man. You could charge D-Ray, Nita, Sean Kidd, all of them. They're the ones instigating this cop killing. It's got to stop, for Christ's sake, man. It's got to stop, and they're still doing it. I mean, look at freaking CNN. They're subtly doing it. They're subliminally suggesting that it's okay to do it, that there's some level of justification to do it. This has got to stop, folks, seriously. This has got to stop. I mean, the last thing we need is for this damn country to get so dangerous that not even the cops are safe. I mean, what kind of a goddamn sick country do we live in when the cops are being blown away? I mean, this is a sick country. This is a sick, twisted country. That's what I'm telling you. We got to stop thinking this ridiculous far-left lunacy nonsense, because that's exactly the motive and the modus operandi of leftism. Divide and conquer. Hyper-sensationalize everything from race to gender, sexual orientation, anything to divide the people and get them fighting against each other, arguing against each other, hating each other. That's the prime directive of leftism, because once everybody hates each other, once everybody's fighting, once you have destabilization, once you have disorder, once you have chaos, that's when these leftists, these communists, these socialists seize opportunity. And I'm not joking, folks. These people that are a part of this consortium that controls this country and the world, whenever they see chaos, they see opportunity. As a matter of fact, the word crisis has 2 different meanings. I don't want to get into I don't want to get into word play over here, because not anybody gives a crap. As long as if I was to say something related to a cartoon, I bet you everybody be sitting there circle jerking their ass to it, for Christ's sake. But whenever I try to kick some goddamn knowledge, nobody gives a crap.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a 4-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any 4-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
It pisses me off, man. I'm serious. The simplicity and the stupidity
Christ's sake, wake up! Learn how to use your mind, for Christ's sake. Open your damn mind. Learn something. Stop being a mentally lazy, stupid twat. I'm serious, man. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop it. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. The goddamn mic. Jesus Christ, what's going on, man? Look, I'm only going to take a couple more Twitter shout-outs, and we're going to move on with the broadcast because I'm getting so angry, man. I'm serious. The dumbness, the dumbing down of this country, the dumbing down of the West, for Christ's sake. It's unbearable sometimes, man. It's unbearable. I mean, it makes you want to break something, man. It makes you want to... It makes you want to break something. The stupidity that you see just walking around this goddamn place. It makes you want to break something. It makes you want to break something. I mean, man, I walk down the street and see these mouth-breathing pieces of wastes of life out here that think that their lives are so significant, for Christ's sake. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going off. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going off keister here. I can't believe that we have slipped this freaking low in perspective, in mental capacity, in mentality. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let me get back to freaking Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake. We've got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on to Sergeant Yoda? Who else do we have here? We got the Trans Luigi. Trans Luigi? Is that you, Karatskin? The Trans Luigi? Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Come on, man. A carpet munching Monday, man, already? Already we got a goddamn carpet munching Monday? Come on. Come on, man. Good God. Ugh. Oh, my God. Give me the... I'm telling you, man. I mean, what am I supposed to say to that, man? What am I supposed to say to that? Anyway, we got Lego fan 421 in the house. Who the hell else do we have here, for Christ's sake, man? You see, when stuff like that happens, man, I don't even feel like doing this broadcast. I'm serious. I feel like just taking a break. Anyway, sorry, folks. I'm just trying to get through the broadcast here, man. I'm just trying to get through the broadcast. Anyway, we got Gassed Up Mexico. We got Artron Havoc, Redhead Hunter, whatever the hell that means. We've got, what is this? Andy, I'm not going to say that disgusting. I know what you're trying to do, boy. Anyway, we got King Edward Undead in the house. Who else do we got going on? What's going on to Distilling Capitalist? He's in the place. Mark Montag in the house. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? Trumpin' number 9. Trumpin' number 9, Trumpin', you ass. I got freaking... Good God, I got this stupid goddamn... I got some of the inner circle trying to troll me now. I got... Good God, man. I'm just... What am I? listen, stop it, man. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Please stop this stupid crap. All right? Please stop this stupid crap. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. Look, I'm only going to take a couple of more of these Twitter shout-outs, but as you can see, this is already turning into a goddamn carpet-munching Monday. Anyway, what's going on to the Sneak Man? Anyway, we got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. Oh, there's the Whore Master. Oh, yes, I am the Whore Master. Oh, yes. We got Boat 45 with cheese. Son of a bitch. Shove it up your ass! Shove it up your cheese hole ass! A Boat 45 with cheese, God damn it, Boat! Shove it up your cheese hole ass! Jesus Christ, man. Oh, freaking. Man, this is going to be a short show. I can almost guarantee it that this is going to be a short-ass show. Give me the mic. I can almost guarantee it's going to be a short goddamn show for this carpet-munching goddamn Monday. Anyway, folks, Jesus Christ, man. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And I'm your host, the man they call Ghost, yada, yada, yada. Look, I'm getting sick of these stupid... Look, this is not turning out to be a decent Monday here. I'm telling you, I'm not joking around, man. I may just end this show early. I'm not even messing around. I might end this show right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. I might end this goddamn thing right now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God damn it. Oh my God. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm tired of this garbage, man. I'm tired of this garbage. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, man. I really, that really harshes my mellow, man. That really harshes my mellow here. And I really don't appreciate it one bit. As a matter of fact, I could potentially right now just end the broadcast. I'm that pissed off right now. I'm not even joking. I could legitimately just end the goddamn broadcast right now. And let me tell you, this is not even an hour into the goddamn show on a freaking Monday, man. I mean, listen, the reason I'm so upset, and I may sound a little salty here, is because I literally gave you all my freaking heart and soul last week, man. I mean, I gave you my holidays, I gave you my Christmas Eve, I gave you my goddamn New Year's Eve, and this is how you repay me, for Christ's sake? That's what I'm saying, man. I may end this broadcast early. I'm not even messing around with you freaking morons, man. Anyway, listen, I'm not taking any more Twitter shout-outs, you sorry sacks of crap. I know where you're going with this. I'm not in a very good mood here. I mean, supposedly this is a motivational Monday. I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it. So I've had enough. All right, I'm not joking around. I've had enough of this. No more Twitter shout-outs. I've had enough. I've had enough. Where the hell was I, engineer? God damn it! That's right. I was talking about Donald Trump meeting with Alibaba's Jack Ma for potential 1 million jobs in the United States in the next 5 years. Once again, Donald Trump isn't even president yet, and he's creating jobs, and he's already winning, baby. He's already winning. Woo! Anyway, let me calm down. Let's move on with the rest of the broadcast, folks. Did you all hear that Ivanka Trump's husband, which is Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is now named White House Senior Advisor? White House Senior Advisor. And truth be told, folks, this is the man that's been doing a lot behind the scenes. And one of Donald Trump's closest confidants, next to his sons, of course, next to his family, so this is probably something that went without saying, but they're now making it official. And, of course, you've got the left talking garbage about it. And, what aren't they talking garbage about, man? Every time I look on the boob tube or on the mainstream media print or whatever the case might be, they're just talking nonstop nonsense, man, slanderous lies about Donald Trump, man. I'm serious. They're literally making money on advertising just purely trashing Trump. Purely trashing Trump, man. So anyway, without any further ado, let's continue going. Once again, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, named White House Senior Advisor to the Trump administration, which I think is a fairly decent move, given the fact that he was one of the movers and shakers as it pertains to Trump's presidency and the construction of his cabinet and the construction of his campaign, so on and so forth. So we shall see the continuing construction of the administration of Trump. And, of course, now we've got the lamestream media saying that now Trump is trying to rush his nominees. Rush his nominees? Jesus Christ, with this lamestream media nonsense. Listen, do not listen to the lamestream mainstream media. All right? I'm telling you this right now. The boob tube and the lamestream mainstream media is dead. All right? Viral videos of dogs and cats get more views than your top cable news show in today's cable news centers. I'm not even joking around. You, me, we are the new media, and I can't keep repeating that because, it should go without saying. It should be implanted in your mind, for heaven's sake. Anything can go viral. You just have to play your part. That's why I'm encouraging you. I'm imploring you, please. Spread these damn links around like wildfire. I'm talking about informational articles that are going to contradict and expose the hypocrisy of the lamestream mainstream media's narrative. Because we have to reshape the narrative, folks. We have a responsibility of being on the internet, in social media. That's what it means, social media. You have a part to play in disseminating information to those that follow you on your social media. And, of course, if yours truly or anybody that's influential in the right-wing political perspective tweets something, well, by God, retweet it, man. Retweet it. So that's why I'm saying, folks, it is that important. All right? It is that damn important. Anyway, folks, let me move on here. Did you hear that the GOP is already having trouble repealing Obamacare? Have you heard about this? You've got some of these in the GOP already bitching and moaning that, well, we shouldn't take such a rapid approach at repealing Obamacare because we have no idea how to replace it. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ, man. What is there to replace? All right? It's a bureaucratic mess. All right? Take away the mandate. All right? Why don't we start there? Take away the freaking mandate. It's illegal, it's unconstitutional, and I am unbelievably flabbergasted that this was even set as law. There should be no reason ever
that the federal government mandates its citizens to purchase anything. I mean, but it happened during Obamacare. Now you are federally mandated to buy insurance. If not, you're going to get fined at the end of the year. And, of course, if you don't pay those fines, you could potentially go to jail. So, I mean, first and foremost, Republicans, I mean, instead of, worrying about replacing Obamacare, why don't you just take away the mandate first and foremost, okay? Take away the mandate, take away the penalty, because that's ridiculous. And then restructure the whole damn health care situation so that, and let me tell you, this is what Obamacare is, folks. I mean, for you folks that don't know, this is what Obamacare is. The young working class, which are typically healthy, anywhere from ages 18 to about 35, possibly 38, 40, we'll just go ahead and round it off to 40. Folks that are healthy during those age demographics, they are paying extra for their health insurance, these exuberant premiums, so that they can offset the costs of idiots that can't afford health insurance, or the old people and the sick folks. So literally young, healthy, working, vibrant people are paying exuberant amounts of insurance premiums and prices so that they can supplement the sick and the old. I mean, that's the way it is, for Christ's sake. And that's why most young people, I mean, they're paying the fine as opposed to buying the health insurance, because the health insurance is getting so astronomical that the fine is substantially less than paying a month-to-month insurance premium. Man, I'm serious. So that's why I am simply stating that this thing needs to be repealed, at least the mandate. Get rid of the mandate, and then we can start understanding where the problems are in the healthcare system. And let's be honest, if we take a look and examine the healthcare system, 80% plus of the cost of healthcare is in paperwork. A bunch of paper pushers that are just in some office somewhere pushing papers, crunching numbers, handing papers to one department, faxing. I'm not joking around. 80% of the cost is that crap. And, of course, the other thing that's increasing the cost, folks, is the increase in practitioner insurance. Practitioner insurance, if somebody actually wants to open up a practice, if you're a health provider, the insurance that it takes to open up such a practice is so ridiculously expensive that it has pretty much put a lot of practitioners out of business. And we have all these things that I'm discussing with you, and this is why our health care is being flushed down the proverbial toilet. I mean, it is completely being flushed down the proverbial toilet. I have no idea how and why this Obamacare was able to be passed when nobody knew a goddamn thing about it before it was even passed. And that just goes to show you, folks, that the American people fell asleep at the wheel here. And I don't think that we're going to get out of this thing because, I mean, listen to what the GOP is talking about. You've got people in the GOP saying that we shouldn't repeal it unless we have a replacement. That means that they're not going to get rid of that mandate. That means that there is a bureaucratic apparatus that wants to be protected and has enough influence in Congress to protect itself. It's like Milton Friedman said, it's very easy to create a new bureaucracy. It's very hard and difficult, if not impossible, to get rid of it. And that's exactly what happened here in Obamacare, folks. And, we're going to need some grassroots. That's why I keep telling everybody that's listening to my broadcast, politics is never over. Okay, we won the presidential campaign. Now we've got the GOP and the Democrats trying to throw a wrench in every plan that was proposed by Donald Trump, because he is basically stopping their whole establishment facade and putting some integrity back in Washington, D.C. They don't like that. They want to be career bureaucrats that are able to collect millions upon millions of dollars in their campaign contribution accounts, and once they retire from politics, they can deposit it in their personal bank account tax-free.
So that's why I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, folks, I am very, very wary on whether or not the GOP is even going to make a move on Obamacare. And even if they do, you have Chuck kick the American people in the balls Schumer out here, basically vowing to stop any kind of replacement of Obamacare. If they happen to repeal it, Chuck Schumer and the Democrats said that they are going to vote against any kind of replacement. So that is what we're dealing with out here in the Congress. All right? You've got Republicans not knowing whether we should rapidly repeal Obamacare because we don't have a replacement. And we've got the Democrats stating that they will reject any replacement of Obamacare that's proposed by the Republicans. So this is it. All right? This is it. I mean, this is what politics is, folks. This is why. All right, listen to me. Listen good. This is why this government is made for the people and by the people. But you see, if the people fall asleep at the wheel, then all it takes is a small portion of that people that are actually practicing their political responsibilities to be able to influence the laws, to influence the country, to influence the sociality. And that's what has been taking place here for the past 50 to 60 years. It's time for those of us that have been sitting on the sidelines politically to get up and start practicing their political responsibilities so that they can change the world. I mean, folks, truth be told, all we need is 2 or 3% of the population of America to participate in their political responsibilities to be able to change this government. It's as simple as that. And how you do it is get local. I'm talking your municipality. I'm talking your county, your parish, your township. Get local. Find out who your local politicians are. Hold their feet to the fire. Go out there and campaign for them or against them. It is that important, folks. If not, then they are going to create these perpetual Paul Ryans that we continue to see manufactured in Washington, D.C., and in every state house across the country. I mean, folks, it's time. I don't know how much more evidence you need, but it is time for us to be politically active. And if we don't, the next time we become complacent, I don't think that we're going to have the ability to come out from the damage. Whoever's the leftist president that does the damage next time, I don't think that we're going to be able to come back from it. So I am encouraging you, I am imploring you, I am begging you, please participate in politics, even if you're a Democrat. For you Democrats out there, and if you're listening, there is a wide opportunity for you folks, because right now the Democrats and the left are completely in disarray. Right now they have no focus, they have no true platform other than this extreme progressive leftism, which is not the majority of this country. Not even Democrats, moderate Democrats, left-of-center Democrats can palate progressive leftism. And to be honest with you, folks, there's a lot of people right of center that could be lured into a more moderate Democratic base. But you see, what the Democrats are lacking right now are actual intelligent people, intelligent statesmen and stateswomen that can articulate these new perspectives of democratic thinking, democratic platform, and to be able to convey it in a message that will appeal to enough people to reestablish the Democratic Party in more of a left-of-center type of a scenario. Because, listen, for you leftists that are out there, this progressive politics nonsense is going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you absolutely nowhere. I mean, just take a look at how the Republicans swept most of the elections across the board. So I think that there is a big appeal to those that are out there that are left-of-center Democrats for you to participate in your party. And all you got to do is go to a precinct meeting
and start participating in your Democratic Party at the local level and start conveying these ideas, start persuading people at your local precinct, go to the state convention, start persuading those people that left progressive idealism is not sustainable. And then you could be one of these idealists that basically brings back the Democratic Party from this leftist lunacy into something more or less left of center.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, people are asking me on Twitter, how can we convince progressive left to redefine liberalism? You have to let them go. I think that the left of center Democrats have to let these people go and let them declare the socialist and communist that they are, and let them go and be the whacked out minority that they should be. But the left of center Democrats, you know, the Democrats that don't believe in this nonsense, you know, the Democrats that your mom and dad, you were the working man's Democrats. I mean, you need some more talent, you know, statesmen, stateswomen, to articulate that this should be the new platform of the Democratic Party, not progressive politics. And once you reestablish the platform, that's when you can take control of the Democratic Party. And if you take control of the Democratic Party, folks, I guarantee you, the most threatening contingent of Democratic politics is left of center. Because I'm telling you, if you have a left of center candidate that can articulate these types of non-progressive leftist type of philosophies and more of the center, maybe a little left of center type of leftist or Democrat, you could convince a lot of the folks that voted for Trump that were either Democrats or right of center or libertarians to vote for you and vote for Democrats. I mean, that is the biggest danger right now for the Republican Party. And I think the Republican Party is vulnerable right now, to be honest with you folks. The GOP is already screwing up in the 115th Congress, and I don't like how they're just completely discombobulated. They're in control of the whole goddamn government, and they can't do crap. I mean, they're fighting amongst each other like a bunch of idiots. So I think that this is an ample opportunity for anyone who is an aspiring politician or wants to go out and make themselves a little bit of a name for themselves while at the same time helping their country. I would encourage you to go to your local precinct and, you know, potentially run under the Democratic seat in whatever small municipality that you're in and start conveying ideas that are left of center as opposed to being progressive leftism. Now, what is progressive leftism? Racial politics. You understand? Racial politics. You can get away from racial politics, all right? I mean, it doesn't work. It pisses people off, and you're not going to convince anyone outside of the sphere of leftist lunatics with this race hustling. You need to just forget about it. Secondly, you need to drop socialism and communist variants as your economic plan. I mean, I think Democrats should reestablish what economic plan means for Democratic Party. I think they need to establish a little bit more of a fiscal, responsible democratic spending type of perception, in that the spending will be more on infrastructure, kind of what Donald Trump is doing. I hate to say it, that Donald Trump is more of a right of center as opposed to an extreme right-wing candidate. I mean, he's an extreme right-wing candidate in some regards, but for the most part, I mean, the man says that gay marriage is settled law. He's open to allowing, trannies to go into whatever bathroom that they want. This is what really appealed Trump to not just Republicans, but to Democrats. As a matter of fact, the never-Trumpers on the Republican side, They were these extreme conservative assholes like I used to be about freaking 8 years ago, and supposedly didn't want to compromise their principles for Trump, when I can guarantee you those sons of bitches voted for John Turncoat McCain and Sarah Eskimo Bimbo Palin, for Christ's sake. Give me a break. People are asking me, well, will you support a Democrat that somehow manages to accomplish this? Listen to me. I am a capitalist. And if a Democrat happens to approach the economic basis of the economy of America that will enable capitalists to continue to prosper and sustain their continuity, well, then I don't see why not a Democrat could potentially be attractive to a capitalist who basically just wants to sustain their revenue, if not grow in wealth, and at the same time have a decent taxation. And that's another thing that the Democrats need to leave, this whole 70% tax crap. All right? It's unsustainable. I mean, Democrats need to reestablish that taxation in high capacity only brings in less revenues. Because if you're going to tax people at 70%, it provides no incentive for corporations or businesses or investors or independent business people. It provides no incentive for them to continue to reinvest in their companies to make more money. It makes no sense. All right? So that's why I am trying to tell everybody that what we need here on the Democrat side, because listen, I just want the political spectrum to be balanced once again. I mean, we don't need extreme right wing either. I mean, the extreme right wing, you know what the extreme right wing is? Anarchism. That's the extreme, the absolute end of the right-wing perspective, and the absolute end of the left-wing perspective is like communism to the Leninist Maoist capacity. And you see, both sides of those spectrums are, not necessarily attractive to today's modern civilization. So somewhere, both sides have to meet along the middle. And if we can establish politics and sociality and economics in somewhere along the lines of that middle, I think that America can come back again, and we won't be at each other's throats politically. We won't hate each other as much because the progressives and these leftists and these communists, their perspective of race hustling and agitation will be that of an immature, petulant child. And those of us that actually want to make America great again, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, are going to establish policy that will create progress, whether it's from a Democratic perspective and Democratic platform or a Republican platform. I mean, this is really what we need as a country, folks, because we can't keep going like this, man. We can't allow these leftist, progressive, socialist, communists to continue to virtue signal via the boob tube. We can't allow CNN to continue to highlight these people as if they're some kind of valiant individuals. All right? These people are nothing but agitators with no solutions. And that's what Democrats need. They need solutions. They're tired. The regular, everyday American people are tired of race hustling, social justice warriordom, all this nonsense that has transpired. I mean, take a look at some of the heavily dense Democratic locations of America that voted for Trump. The reason that they voted for Trump, folks, is because when they voted for Obama, Obama completely gutted their whole goddamn country, their whole state. Factories got up and left. A lot of businesses closed down because of Obamacare. I mean, literally, the working class Democrat, your mom and pop's Democrat, was completely left out in the cold. And to be honest with you, that's really what won Trump the election, because it wasn't any Russian hacking. It wasn't any kind of unscrupulous, nefarious, hacking of the election system. It was just the fact that the Democrats, the left-of-center Democrats, were screwed by progressive leftism. They thought by bringing in a black president and they thought he was smart because he could read a teleprompter articulately too. So that should tell you another thing, because he didn't really say anything of substance throughout his campaign in 2008. But in my opinion, all right, but in my opinion, I believe that people thought that this was going to be an affirmative action-like president, and even though he didn't say too much and didn't articulate a plan or a policy, that because he's black, or at least we thought he was black, that he would somehow end this whole race divide, race hustling, racial division, but instead he threw fuel on the fire. I mean, because of this man being president, we are seeing racism at an all-time high, at least in contemporary history. All right, I'm talking, and I'm not just talking about white racism on blacks. I'm talking blacks racism on whites, blacks hating Mexicans. You know, you should hear them in Chicago. Blacks hate Mexicans because they believe the Mexicans are taking all their entitlements. And they're not half wrong. But you see what's going on here, folks? This is the kind of construct that leftism, and I'm talking progressive leftism, takes society. So in my opinion, if you are a Democrat and you're a young person and you want to be a part of politics, I would strongly advise you to get rid of any kind of progressive leftism out of your head and start talking actual ideas. Actual ideas that will persuade not just the working class Democrat, but potentially the working class Republican as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's all there is to it. I mean, Democrats need to start talking rational. None of this 75% taxation crap. I mean, obviously you're going to be a little higher on the taxation than Republicans, but if you're going to be higher on the taxation than Republicans, then allocate those resources to programs that are going to make society better, and not ones that you think are going to make society better, ones that have actually proven, even at a micro scale, that they do. I mean, what the Democrats have done is they've literally torn the country apart economically, Obamacare, all this other nonsense. And while everybody was out of jobs, they decided to go ahead and give beans to these people, literally, in food stamps, food cards, housing voucher programs, free health care, that sort of thing. And you see, all that spending that Democrats have done, which was the Democratic theory for years and years, right? Democrats and leftists always used to say, oh, well, if you just give people a leg up, I mean, they'll be able to get themselves out of the ghetto. I mean, they wouldn't be on welfare every day, all the time for years. They just need some help. That's all they need. They just need a little bit of help. And, when you give them help, they'll get out of the ghetto. They'll get out of the barrio. They'll get out of the white trailer park. Folks, we have lived 8 years of that philosophy in Obama. And in my personal opinion, folks, that particular case by Democrats, that if you give people a leg up, that they'll be able to get themselves out of the ghetto, that case has been nullified. So you can forget about that, Democrats, if you want to sit here and continue to be virtue signalers. I think that what Democrats need to do now is reestablish themselves as the thinking party, as the rational party. Because right now, these Republicans, I'm looking at them right now, they're already making fools of themselves. I'm serious, man. These establishment Republicans are idiots. And listen, right now there is no establishment Democrat. I mean, folks, the Democratic establishment is dying off, literally, of old age, man. I mean, the average Democratic establishment person right now is like 73, 74 years old. So right now, there needs to be some new blood in here, but it can't be progressive left. It's got to be left of center, and you've got to be able to propose policy and propose ideas that are feasible, not just to those that are on the left, but those are on the right of center, man. I'm telling you, that's the only way we're going to get our country back on track to rational and reasonable thinking. And I hope that there is a Democrat out there, or Democrats, young Democrats that are out there listening, saying, you know what, Ghost has got a point. I mean, I don't necessarily want racial politics. I don't think that we should be going that direction economically, socialism and communism. I mean, we need to establish new ideas. We need to reestablish who we are as Democrats. And you do. And now's the perfect time. You don't even have leadership. You don't even know who the damn chair of the Democratic Party is, for heaven's sake. So anyway, listen. I'm just saying that, I didn't mean to go off keister on this, but the Democrats right now are wide open for anyone who wants to take control of that party. Because if you're going to get in the Republican Party right now, it's too established. Not even a billionaire like Trump can, have this establishment back him up, even though he won the executive branch. I mean, that's how pompous and ignorant the goddamn freaking Republican establishment is. I think there could be a new establishment within the next 4 years built on the Democratic side. It's up to those level-minded, educated young people that want to make a difference. And I'm talking truly make a difference, not sit here and talk a bunch of shit. Excuse my French, talking a bunch of crap that I wanna feed the poor and I want to do this and no. You know what you have to do? If you really want to help the poor, what you should do, instead of giving them a fish, you should teach them how to fish. All right? That should be a reestablishing of the Democratic model. Instead of giving people something, why don't you give them skills instead of giving them food, instead of giving them money? Why don't you train them how to take care of themselves? And it would be a cheaper model on the Democratic end because, listen, let's say that you do reestablish and train a bunch of folks who need a leg up. All right, and let's say, okay, we'll give you a leg up, but you got to fulfill and pass this particular training regimen, and we'll go ahead and pay for it as the government, but you've got to fulfill it, graduate, and go get a job. I mean, you don't think that is more effective? I mean, okay, the government spends money on educating that individual, and whatever that money costs, it's going to be paid back because this person is going to be a member of society that's paying taxes because he's going to go to work. So you see, Democrats, you see how you can offset your own spending by being fiscally responsible? How come there's no Democrats talking like this? How come there's no Democrats saying, listen, what we should do instead of giving out fishes, what we should do is basically teach people how to fish, all right? I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, because obviously the Democratic, social, progressive left's idea of giving everything to everybody doesn't do jack, all right? It literally makes a stagnant, petulant, fat society. So why aren't Democrats establishing policy or writing policy or proposing policy that instead of gives fish, like Jesus said, instead of giving a fish, teaching a person how to fish so they can fish for themselves for a lifetime and not be dependent on anybody? I mean, that doesn't ever cross the Democrats' mind, for heaven's sake. I mean, you know how many Republicans you could win with that left-of-center policy? Saying, yeah, you know what, we do want to help. We are Democrats. We want to help the people. But instead of giving people something, what we're going to do is we're going to give people an education. We're going to give people training into jobs that are highly integral and highly sought after and are undermanned right now, and we're going to put them to work. And we're going to put them to work in decent jobs so that they can make their own living, so they can pay taxes, so that they can house themselves, clothe themselves, feed themselves, and have some integrity. I mean, why aren't Democrats talking like this? Ugh. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I don't mean to go off keister on this. I'm just tired of seeing leftist progressive politics, this ultra-left nonsense. I'm tired of it, man. And listen, if I encourage somebody that's out there that's listening that isn't full-fledged Republican or right-winger, and if I persuade them and say, you know what, Ghost, you're right. I could go out there. I could run for my city council. I could go out there. I could run for a congressional seat. I can do this, and you're right. I don't need to be some progressive leftist. I could be a Democrat that proposes actual, factual type of policy. that will help the country instead of having a detriment to the country.
I'm serious, man. I mean, I don't understand why exactly this is so difficult for the Democrats to comprehend. I just don't understand it. And not to mention, you've got an incompetent GOP right now. They're making a mess of the 115th Congress, and I don't understand why the Democrats aren't pouncing on this instead of playing more and more divisive nonsense, like trying to save Obamacare with that "Making America Sick Again" freaking moniker. I mean, what a joke. I'm telling you, the Democrats at this point in time are pathetic, and that's why I'm trying to encourage anybody out there who wants to take control of the Democratic Party. There's ample opportunity to do so. That's all there is to it. Anyway, folks, let me move on here. Did y'all hear that Obama is blaming Bernie Sanders? Yeah, he's blaming Bernie Sanders for the downfall of Obamacare. I'm not joking around. He's blaming Bernie Sanders for the reason why everybody hates Obamacare now. It's Bernie Sanders' fault. It's all Bernie Sanders' fault. I mean, can you believe it, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, well, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, good God. Oh, my God, you've got to be kidding me, man. I mean, the audacity of Obama, man. The audacity of Obama, instead of taking responsibility for his warped, disgusting, pathetic policy that was written by a bunch of scoundrels within the medical industry, for Christ's sake. I mean, he's sitting over here blaming Bernie Sanders now. I mean, give me a freaking break. Oh, my God. I mean, and what does Bernie got to say about this? Remember, Bernie Sanders was literally, he had his head shoved up Obama's ass. And now Obama's blaming Bernie for the downfall of Obamacare. I mean, you see how these Democrats will eat each other? There's no loyalty, and that's another thing, all right? That's another thing. You Democrats have to have a little loyalty to each other. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a little bit of loyalty and not be such unscrupulous, pathetic pieces of trash. But that's easier said than done. You bureaucrats and you politicians, man, you people are a bunch of sociopaths, psychopathic scumbags. Even Donald Trump was shocked. Even Donald Trump was shocked when he first got into politics. And here he is in the middle of the damn primary debates, mudslinging with these dumbass scumbag, soulless politicians. And then when the commercial break happens, Donald Trump is shocked when they come up to him and they shake his hand. Hey, how you doing, Donald? Hey, you know what? I mean, like trying to have a conversation with him. That's how sick these politicians are. That's how sick they are. That's how psychopath they are. That's what made Trump so appealing during the campaign, because he was telling the truth. The truth! And that's what nobody says anymore. Nobody says the truth. Nobody says what they really mean. If you ever ask a politician a direct question, what do? They play a word dance. You know, they split hairs. They do not directly answer the question because they're scumbags. They're sociopaths. They're psychopaths. They're pathetic. They're pathetic. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, folks, let me move on here, all right? I mean, I'm just saying, Obama is now blaming Bernie Sanders for Obamacare's downfall, and I guess he's blaming Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders wanted this whole universal health care nonsense and basically took the steam off of the charade that Obamacare was playing to the American people. So anyway, I think we got Bernie Sanders that actually wants to say something about this, because he's not too happy at the fact that Obama's trying to point the finger at Uncle Bernie over here. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and put Uncle Bernie on the horn here. What do you got to say there, Uncle Bernie? Hey, I am Bernie Sanders, and I want to say that Obama, how dare you say something about me ruining Obamacare? I did not ruin Obamacare. I was actually a proponent of Obamacare.
I just wanted to make it better. And I told the people that felt the boing all across the country that my health care would be good because I'll give it away for free. And that's what I did. That's what I talked about in the campaign, and that's what I'm going to continue to talk about as I continue to be the senior budget committee member. So you, Obama, you need to stop what you're doing now. You're no longer a part of the Democratic Party. All right, I'm now the senior member of the budget committee. I'm in charge of the shekels. So you just need to shut your mouth, Obama. Go home already, wherever the hell you're from, whether it's Africa, whether it's Hawaii, I don't care. I'm Bernie Sanders now. I'm here to make more shekels. I am the senior member of the budget committee now. I'm in charge of the money. So sit there, Obama, and what I want you to do is sit there. Come over here and take your underwears off, Obama. That's right. Come on over here and take your underwears off, Obama, and come over here and sit on my apple.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
That's right. Come over here and sit on my apple, Obama. Come on, I got a job for you now. You're going to be unemployed in 10 days. I got a job for you. Come on over here and sit on my apple, Obama. Huh? My apple may not be as big as Michelle's, but it's still big enough for me, okay, Obama? So come over here. Come on over here and sit on my apple. Oh, yeah, Obama. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, Obama, you're loose. You're loose down there, Obama. You're loose down there, Obama. Good God. It's like throwing a lemon in something the size of a watermelon. Oh, God. Oy vey, the looseness. Oy vey. It's okay. Keep going, Obama. Keep going. I'm going to do something to you that Michelle wishes she could do. So keep sitting on my apple and keep contributing, Obama. Come on over here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Keep going, Obama. Oh, yeah, you love Uncle Bernie, don't you? You love Uncle Bernie. Hey, oh, yeah. Bring Michelle Obama in here. I want to cuck her. I want to cuck that tranny. Come over here and watch Obama get his underwears taken off and watch me cuck you. I'm going to cuck you. I'm going to cuck you, Michelle Obama. Look at this over here and watch your man sit on my apple. Keep going, Obama. Keep going with that loose ass. Keep going, Obama. You hurt me. Obama, come on. I got something for you. I'll give you something for free. Keep contributing. Here I go, Obama. Here I go, Obama. Obama. Oh, you hurt me. I didn't like that last clinch you did there, Obama. Oh, my God, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, my God, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you chipped my apple. Oh, all right. Oh, you hurt me. All right, Obama. What I want you to do now is I want you to put your underwears back on, all right? And go over there and don't tell anybody I told you to take your underwears off, all right? And don't talk about me again or I'm going to rape you. Jesus Christ. All right, Bernie, that's enough. That's enough, for Christ's sake. Good God, what the hell's Bernie's problem, man? Jesus Christ. Anyway, where the hell was I, for Christ's sake, man? That's right. I was talking about how Barack Obama was blaming Bernie Sanders, all right, blaming Bernie Sanders for Obamacare's downfall. What a joke, all right, what an utter joke. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? All right. We've got Julian Assange that came out in an impromptu press conference, folks. He was on actually Periscope this morning. Basically calling the U.S. intelligence report on Russian hacking a joke. I'm serious. I mean, he's basically calling it a joke. It was ridiculous. Basically highlighting that it's just nothing but a ruse. There is no smoking gun in this thing. It's a bunch of hyperbole, a bunch of legalese, and no direct correlation with hacking or any type of direct influence on the election that caused the election to sway in favor of Donald Trump. I mean, no crap. And moreover, folks, he also said that WikiLeaks did not, and I have said this ever since the summer, that WikiLeaks did not get its information from Russia. All right? Insist that they did not get their information from Russia, and they did it, for Christ's sake. How many times do I have to say this, all right? The WikiLeaks got their information from insiders within the DNC and factions within the intelligence community that disseminated the information to Julian Assange himself. I mean, give me a break, man. But you see what these Democrats are trying to do? They're trying to feed in this Russian hacker narrative. Russian hacker, trying to basically mold the American people's narrative into believing that somehow Donald Trump utilized Russia's hacking or meddling or whatever the case might be to win the election so they could potentially nullify this election. And let me tell you something, man. Obama is going everywhere and anywhere to try to provoke anybody. I mean, he's trying to provoke Russia. Russia's not taking the bait, all right? Trying to even provoke North Korea. North Korea isn't taking the bait. Well, they're just trying to flex muscle because they know that there's a new incoming president. And to be honest with you, all North Korea is doing is trying to get money. I mean, that's all they want. I mean, that's why they're throwing those missiles in the air. They just want money. That's all they really want, man. They need the money. They can't sustain themselves. They're a piss-poor country, for heaven's sake. They want money. Now, folks, well, we'll talk about this here in a little bit, but the U.S. Navy ships in the Strait of Hormuz shot warning shots at Iranian vessels, folks. Shot warning shots at Iranian vessels. So now we've got Obama trying to flex nuts over here and trying to start some level of confrontation with Iran now. I mean, look at this guy. Obama trying to start trouble anywhere and trying to make sure anybody, I mean, listen, I mean, what? Forget Russia, North Korea, Iran. He's trying to see anyone, if anyone will take this bait. Because as I stated, folks, if there is some kind of confrontation on a global scale, some kind of world war, this man could legitimately justify suspending the elections and making himself president indefinitely. The Democrats have done it before. They've done it with FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and we cannot allow them to do it again. So that's why I'm saying, folks, we got to stay vigilant. 10 days we got left of this idiot. And it's 10 days too many as far as I'm concerned. And the days are going by very slow, folks. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, can you feel it? Can you feel how slow these damn days are going? The final days of Obama? I want this man out. I'm tired of him. I want him out. I want him nothing more than a black mark in American history. No pun intended. I want him to be a bad memory, a black mark on American history. Sick of this guy, man. I'm so sick of this guy. I mean, 10 days, man, the longest 10 days. That's just the longest period. The end of Obama's tenure, the longest period. I mean, that's enough. And let me tell you something. I don't like the fact that this Friday is a Friday the 13th. Now, I'm not trying to get esoteric here or anything of that capacity, but that's a very, very important day to these satanic freaks, these Pizzagate freaks. So I don't like the fact that within this 10 days it falls on some kind of a satanic circle jerk day. And look, that's all I'm going to say about that. I just want this guy to go. Please stay vigilant, folks. All right? As this guy, Obama, moves more and more weapons into Germany, which we reported on last Friday, as the U.S. Navy is firing warning shots at Iranian vessels near the Strait of Hormuz, please tweet at Obama and say, stop it. You've got 10 days left. We don't want you. Stop. Stop trying to cause war. We don't want you anymore. We don't want you anymore. God damn it, Obama, you stupid sorry sack of crap. I'm telling you, man, please, man, tweet at this guy if you can, man. Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop trying to provoke anybody, man. Seriously. Just stop it. Oh, my God. I'm telling you this right now. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of it. And I think that we need to stay vigilant because there's still 10 days left, folks. I know that people are thinking, oh, come on, Ghost. You're making much to do about nothing, dude. You know, come on, man. Come on, man, what? I mean, this idiot is a power-hungry bureaucrat. I mean, he has literally went on a tour on all kinds of different media, blaming everybody for the Democratic downfall, everything for his Obamacare, on everybody else except himself. He takes no responsibility because he's a psychopath, disgusting, despicable, power-bottom, tranny, schlonghead-taking fruit bowl. And that's another thing. I mean, can we finally come out of the closet already, Obama, and just admit that you're freaking Michelle Obama, your supposed wife is a transgender, please? I mean, it's more than obvious, man. She overpowers you. Her arms are bigger than you, for Christ's sake. She's taller than you. You know what I mean? You could tell just by did y'all see that Ellen show where she was dancing? Did y'all see that? I mean, her ding-a-ling, she's probably packing at least about 9 inches, 10 inches easily. I'm not joking around, all right? Her ding-a-ling was swingling all around her goddamn pants, for Christ's sake. If you have not seen it, please go ahead. All right, please go ahead and take a look at it on YouTube and take a look at this Michelle Obama schlong. I'm telling you, this woman is packing at least 9 or 10 inches. I mean, what a lazy tranny, first of all. What a lazy tranny Michelle Obama is. I mean, come on. Why don't you do the tranny thing and tuck the sack back or something? How about that? How about that, you lazy tranny? Tuck your sack back like they all do and stop just letting it hang, for Christ's sake. Like, you know what? Just forget it. All right? Just forget it. Talking about Michelle Obama's Alabama black snake over here. Good God. Look, I'm just saying, folks. I mean, you know, Barack Obama is trying to antagonize anybody and everybody. I mean, look at what he's doing. All right? I mean, I have yet to see this guy be so aggressive and belligerent until the latter part of his tenure. Now, all of a sudden, this guy's trying to be some Billy Badass over here. And I think it's disgusting. And I think it's ridiculous. And we need to stop him. Please tweet at Obama and tell him to please stop. Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop. Hey, thank you, 727. Let me go ahead and retweet it for you folks that don't know and haven't seen the dance-off. Take a look at her. There's Ellen and
and Michelle Obama dancing, and take a look at this Alabama black snake she's got swinging in her pantsuit. It's almost, I can't believe this tranny is this lazy. I mean, what a lazy-ass tranny, man. I mean, tuck it back, all right? I don't want to see that you've got a tree trunk in between your legs, Michelle. Good God, man. Anyway, if you want to see the Michelle Obama video, go ahead and look at it. It's on my Twitter account right now. I just retweeted it. I mean, just what? Look, I don't know. I mean, if you're curious, if you want to see a tree trunk between Michelle Obama's legs, go ahead and view that dancing clip of her and Ellen dancing, for Christ's sake. And I'm not joking, man. I know people are out here, they're claiming that,
come on, Ghost, really? I mean, she's a tranny.
Hey, look at her. Look at her. I mean, I've seen some big black stacked women before, all right? Don't get me wrong. But this woman could play for the freaking 49ers, man. She could take Colin Kaepernick's position. I'm not joking around. She's probably as big as Colin Kaepernick. I mean, and what, we're just supposed to pretend like, nah, she's a nice, classy woman. Oh, my God, for Christ's sake. And look, people are just viewing the video right now that I just retweeted, and they can't believe it. You know, they can't believe that they're seeing a tree trunk swinging in between the legs of Michelle Obama. But, hey, believe it, man, all right? Believe it. All right? It seems as if Barack Obama is a power bottom. And no wonder D-Ray and him met for so long in the White House. They were in the White House for about 3 hours. I wonder what they're doing, for heaven's sake. And not to mention, folks, I'm starting to ask myself this question. Is Barack Obama HIV positive? You know what I'm saying? I mean, is Barack Obama HIV positive? That's very interesting. I mean, that's what people have been saying about him. Anyway, look, I don't want to go there. Let's move on. We are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. And I also am on Gab, folks, the Twitter alternative. You can get there by typing in your browser, gab.ai. That is the Twitter alternative, Gab, and I'm also there at the same name, folks, so just in case. Anyway, let's get to the last couple of subjects, and let's move on. We were talking about how a U.S. Navy ship fired warning shots at an Iranian vessel near the Strait of Hormuz. Once again, more attempts at trying to antagonize anyone who will take the bait. Oh, Obama over here. Anyway, I want to move on a little bit and talk about Theresa May. Listen, I've been speculating that Theresa May is dragging her feet on the Brexit situation. She has been utilizing this one market argument, to basically drag her feet as it pertains to Article 50. But at this point in time, I believe that it was Raiden Snake that tweeted at me that Theresa May signals that Britain will leave the single market so it can control immigration. So, I don't know. She's kind of moving slowly. I mean, I was going to criticize her here in this segment, but as that new report came about that Theresa May is finally abandoning this whole single market nonsense, I mean, it's about time, all right? All right, now that you're abandoning the single market crap, how about now you just go ahead and implement Article 50?
Article 50. All right, just go ahead and implement Article 50 for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, come on. I mean, enough of this, Theresa May. All right, enough of this. You are in the position to make yourself the next Margaret Thatcher. All right? But you are just dragging your feet. Why don't you act like Thatcher and go out, kick ass, and take names? All right? You don't need the single market. All right? Screw the single market. All right? Why don't you go tell the EU to piss off, for Christ's sake? Who cares? Reestablish trade agreements with everybody on a unilateral basis. Who cares about the EU, for Christ's sake, man? They want free movement within the EU and Britannia if you want to stay in the single market anyway, for Christ's sake. So who cares? So I'm calling out Theresa May. Hey, are you listening, Theresa? Listen, stop pussyfooting around, broad. All right? Your people have voted. They want Brexit. They want out of the unelected EU, out of Brussels. They want out. Stop pussyfooting around there, Theresa May, you dumb, stupid, dumb imbecile. God damn, you need a slap. Somebody out there that's close to Theresa May, give her a slap. Her husband, does she have a husband? Hey, husband, give her a slap, man. Give me a break. I'm serious, man. Let's implement Article 50 already. Brexit was already some time ago. Regardless if you move or you don't, inflation is already kicking in Britannia. Okay, so it's not so this whole argument that it's economics and that's why she's dragging her feet, it's a bunch of horse crap. It's a bunch of horse crap. So I'm just saying, let's hurry up. Article 50. Let's reestablish trade with Britannia on a bilateral basis. We could just one-on-one, baby, one-on-one, and we reestablish our trade deals. And I think Britannia will be just fine. They just need a leadership that has the balls to do it. No pun intended there to Theresa May, but they need somebody that has the balls to do it. Anyway, once again, she's claiming that she is out of the single market at this point in time to take care of immigration, but that remains to be seen, man. With all due respect, I've been observing this Theresa May Brexit Article 50 situation from over here, and I just don't think that this woman is going to do it. I think she's gun-shy. She should have done it a long time ago. She's being – I just don't think she's going to do it. I just don't think she's going to do it. I think that she's pussyfooting around for a reason. And I think that Britannia needs to start, raising up as well and start, putting a little bit of pressure on her, maybe doing some protests, maybe going out there and putting these people's feet to the fire because they're pussyfooting around, man. I think they're doing this on purpose. I think they're doing this on purpose. Anyway, let me move on here. Did you all hear, folks, that Pakistan fires its first submarine-launched nuclear-capable missile? Didn't I say that we need to watch this area some time ago, folks? Didn't I say that if nuclear war was going to potentially pop off anywhere, it would be in the regions between India and Pakistan because of the disputed region of Kashmir? We've been seeing a lot of killing out of Kashmir in general. Indians retaliating against the Pakis retaliating against the Indians, and not to mention you've got the Pakis and Indians reestablishing their diplomatic relations with other countries for a potential confrontation with each other. So this doesn't look very good, man. Now that we've got Pakistan that can fire a ballistic missile that can carry a nuclear warhead from a submarine, that just goes to show you that Pakistan, even though their people may be living in third world trash, they still have enough capability to be able to build first world weapons. So it's very, very interesting to say the least. I would keep my eye on this, folks, all right? Because as I stated, if there is going to be any kind of nuclear detonation, I think it'll be in this region here. All right?
I'm not joking around. I mean, it would be in this region right here between India and Pakistan, over the region of Kashmir. That's when we're going to see an actual nuclear detonation. And if one of them detonates their nukes, then the other one is going to detonate their nukes. And I think that it'll be a domino effect, and it's a genie that we can't put back in the bottle, to say the least. And I'm serious. I'm keeping my eye on this situation out there in the region of Kashmir between India and Pakistan. This could be where nuclear war is actually detonated, the first one. Anyway, last but not least, folks, I want to talk a little bit about this Golden Globe situation that we had yesterday. I did not see it, obviously. I hate Hollywood trash. As a matter of fact, Hollywood is being bought out by freaking China. That's why it's so pro-commie as of late, for Christ's sake. But one thing that pissed me off was this Meryl Streep skank. You know, this woman who literally has her pussy pampered by Hollywood, by her, but what was she, like, have 3 Oscars, for Christ's sake? I mean, give me a break. Anyway, this stupid, dumb, skankosaurus, old, used-up leather bag had the audacity to come out during the Golden Globes Award, which is a 2-bit award show anyway, and actually tried to talk political and tried to diss Donald Trump via the Golden Globes, for heaven's sake. Now, what I find very, very upsetting to me is that these 2-bit actors, these people that don't even have enough common sense to articulately speak without it being pre-scripted and pre-rehearsed, that you've got these morons who can't even think for themselves, that are drug addicts, that are drunks, philanderers, and all this other nonsense. Now all of a sudden they think that they can translate their popularity in the acting field, in the music field, into politics? No, I don't think so, folks. And let me tell you, I'm glad that this election proved, no matter how big your star power is in celebrity, politics is a completely different game, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how big your celebrity is, politics is a different animal. And that's why yours truly always talked about politics, folks, because it's serious business, man. It affects people's lives. It affects people's livelihoods. It creates laws. It restructures society. And that's why participation in the political process is necessary, especially in a government made for the people and by the people. It's a must. But you see, folks, we have to separate entertainment, what we find funny on the boob tube, what we find funny in the movies, what we find soothing or very entertaining to listen to on the radio. We need to separate that from politics. Because, folks, let's be honest, who cares what these pampered, millionaire, pompous, disconnected from the everyday American folk, Hollywood sector of society cares about politics anyway? Why do we care about what they care about? They're disconnected from us. They have no idea how the average American everyday person is living in this country. They're disconnected. They're living in Hollywood. Hell, Corey Feldman, all right, former child actor of the 80s, even said that the biggest secret in Hollywood is pedophilia. So that's their disconnected reality. Free pedophilia that isn't going to be prosecuted in Hollywood. You know, folks, I heard from an interview by the guy by the name of Scott Storch. Scott Storch, folks, was actually a very big-time producer that lived a very gluttonous life for about a couple of years. Spent $30 million in 1 year. That's how gluttonous this bastard was. He talked about when he finally went to California. He said California ruined his life. I mean, it is nothing but, and I quote, drug-taking, excess, and debauchery. Scott Storch said that there's actually a different kind of cocaine for stars in Hollywood. It's called pink cocaine.
And it's supposed to be this high-grade stuff that is exclusive to those that are within the Hollywood circle. So Hollywood and these people that are participants in this community, they are disconnected. They don't even get the regular drugs that regular everyday American folks get. I mean, that just goes to show you how disconnected Hollywood is.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And that's what Scott Storch said. You know, Scott Storch, folks, believe it or not, he was based out of Miami. He's a beat producer, produced a lot of beats for a lot of hit songs, made a lot of money. Once he went to California, he said that it was over. It was over. I mean, the amount of pink cocaine. He said he was really freaked out by this pink cocaine. It got him hooked. And he said that the chicks that he was messing with, and folks, he banged them all. He banged Kardashian. He banged Paris Hilton. He banged them all. All the Hollywood stars, Lindsay Lohan in her prime, all of them. And let me tell you, Scott Storch is not an attractive guy. He's got a lot of money. And you see, that's how he was able to go and participate in banging all these chicks. The problem is that it was the women that were giving him the pink cocaine. It was the women that wanted the excess. It's these women that know how to manipulate these males with large sums of money out of their cash. And it was Scott Storch that said that Hollywood is something that he never wants to go back to again. You know what I mean? It never wants to go back to it ever again. It's just a complete disgusting hellhole of debauchery and drug taking, excess, vanity, so on and so forth. So once again, Meryl Streep, and I want to come back to Meryl Streep for her getting political for Christ's sake, because she thinks that she has the popularity to do so. I say to you, hey, Meryl Streep, shut your stupid, dumb, disconnected, ditzy, blonde-headed mouth up, you stupid skankosaurus, all right? Why don't you sit there and shut up? You're nothing more than a jester. You're nothing more than a clown that's put on a stage for our entertainment, and nothing more, you stupid skank, all right? We don't need for you to say what it is on your mind politically, because all we want you to do is get on stage and dance, you monkey! Dance! You're a stupid jester. Now get on the damn stage and dance, you dumb, stupid, blonde, skankosaurus slutbag. I don't want to hear you talk politics. I don't want to hear you talk about I don't care, all right, Meryl Streep? I don't care, and people who watch your movies don't care. All right? We don't care. So take your head that's shoved so far up Obama and the left's ass, take it out, all right? Put your hand over your mouth, breathe out and in at the same time, take a whiff of that disgusting stench of excrement that's all around your mouth and your brow, because that's exactly what you're worth. You're worth jack shit. Okay? Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter how many movies that you are in. You are jack crap. You are nothing more than an insignificant nothing that once you die, Meryl Streep, you'll be just like all the other insignificant nothings that came before you in Hollywood. All right? So you chew on that, you stupid, dumb skankosaurus slutbag. You're nothing more than a jester. So shut up. Get back on stage and dance, you stupid skank. I don't want to hear your goddamn politics, all right? I don't want to hear your goddamn politics, you stupid broad. And whoever this broad's freaking husband is, why don't you give her a shot? Why don't you give her a slap and tell her to shut the hell up and go make some more goddamn movies and shut up? I'm serious. Whoever Meryl Streep's husband is, can you give her a slap and give her the high hard one? So maybe she'd be too freaking weak in the knees to even be making such a speech, you dumb, stupid idiot, huh? Or what? What are you packing? You packing a 1-incher or something? Huh? And what, is she strapping on and doing you now? You stupid sack of crap. You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm done. All right, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. And I'm talking about radio graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 563-999-3791, and when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti. And before I get to radio graffiti, listen, I did not like how we started off in Twitter shout-outs today, so I'm going to be very honest with you damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin. I'm not going to take any more of these freaky trolls and these dumbass trolls that are going to piss me off on this carpet munching Monday. All right? I'm not joking around. So listen to me. I've got 40 minutes left here. All right? Let's make it a nice, smooth 40 minutes. Let's not make this a carpet munching Monday. All right? Let's make it a magical Monday. How about that? Let's make it a magical Monday. We should bring in Mr. Optimism for Magical Monday instead of doing radio graffiti. How about that? How about that? Let's bring in Mr. Optimism instead of radio graffiti. How about that? How about that? Go ahead, Mr. Optimism.
I'm Mr. Optimism. And you see, the reason that I'm coming and broadcasting to you on this segment, which is traditionally called Radio Graffiti, is because there's a certain level of degeneracy that is taking place in this particular segment of the show. And what I want to do for all the folks that actually take gratification in calling and discombobulating and besmirching the show that is called True Capitalist Radio, I'd like for you all to just kind of reflect to a certain capacity. Look in the mirror if necessary and ask yourself, why exactly is it that you are doing such harsh and such mischievous things? Is it something that's yearning within inside of you that is stemming from your childhood? Is it something yearning inside of you that is stemming from something that is not necessarily compensating as well as it should? Either way, what I'd like for you to do is take a moment and take a couple of deep breaths and look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the eyes and say, I am somebody. Repeat after me. Go ahead right now. I'd like for you to do it. Look in the mirror. Take a look at yourself in the eyes and say, I am somebody. Repeat after me. I am somebody. And you are somebody. You see, even though you may not think that you're a significant part of life, because that you're breathing, and because you think, therefore you are. And if you think, therefore you are significant in this realm, in this world, in this reality. And even though you don't believe that you're anybody, I believe you're somebody. I believe you're part of a life process that goes way beyond the capacity of any of our own comprehension. I believe that you are a miracle of a design that is something that cannot be replicated by any living organism on this planet. You're a miracle. You know, it is said by many scientists that the composition of most life and material on this planet comes from the dust of stars. So whenever you look up in the sky and see those stars twinkling down upon you, just think that you yourself are a star. You are light. The internalization of who you are is energy. So every time that you think, every time that you move, every time that you do any kind of an action, you're creating the light within inside of you. These impulses and synapses, this is what creates you. You are an electronic animation. You're a star. We are all stars. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get to some callers here, because I don't want to take radio graffiti. I don't want to do that. What I'd like to do is I'd like to, bring optimism into the minds of people, into the hearts of individuals. So I'm going to take a couple of calls here, and we're going to go ahead and try to bring some optimism in people's lives. Trying to bring optimism. Let's go ahead and take some calls, shall we? How about 817? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Ghost? Well, I guess Mr. Optimism. I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Sneak Man. And basically, I snuck onto this show to kind of tell you more about my Communist Manifesto. Basically, if I were to think that the government could maybe reinform themselves to where we could maybe not basically kind of redistribute wealth, but more like just kind of give everybody their own plot of land and a farm to live on, and basically you can't go on anybody else's farm, and if you do, they can launch an intercontinental ballistic missile on your general vicinity, but you have to go more in.
All right, thank you very much, Sneak Man. I guess the gist of what you're saying, and we can all dream that everybody can have the same things and everybody can have this and that, but inevitably what it is that you have to find it within yourself to be your own person. You have to conjure up the confidence and the ambition so that you can go out and buy your own plot of land instead of mooching off of Mr. Optimism's tax dollars, okay? All right, how about somebody else? How about area code 805? How you doing? 805, you there? Oh, somebody that doesn't want to talk. I understand being shy. I understand being a little coy. But you have to understand that, we're all human beings. We're all stars. There is a sun within inside of us that lights up. And it's only when you are shy, it's only when you clam up, is when you dim that sun that's inside of you. And you start turning dark. So I'm calling on everybody. Go ahead, please, open up that sun within inside of you. Open up those electrical synapses inside of you. You are a star. You are a star. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? We've got area code 435. How you doing?
It's Mr. Optimism. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Nothing like feeling the optimism and sounding like a fruit bowl.
Are you talking about yourself?
I'm talking about you.
Well, I understand that maybe you want to throw some insults at me because maybe you're projecting. Because I can tell by the articulation and the vernacular of your voice that you possibly could be a pseudo-homosexual, but maybe in the closet about it. I mean, let's be honest. Are you a homosexual? I mean, let's discuss the potential latent homosexuality that is basically just there within your subconscious, that is ready to come out, but it's possible that you may have some family issues preventing you from doing so. So, 435, what's prohibiting you from coming out of the closet?
What are you saying?
Well, I'm just asking, why are you not coming out of the closet? What's the problem? I mean, do you have a family member that maybe could potentially ridicule you? Do you have a family that will disown you? I mean, with all due respect, I can basically tell by the vernacular of your voice and the way that you linger a lot of your vowels at the end of your speech that you could potentially be a pink team player, for a lack of a better term.
Of course.
Okay, so are you coming out of the closet and let everybody know that, you're playing for the pink team?
I am so fabulous.
See, doesn't that feel better? Doesn't it feel better to be queer now?
Yes.
No, well, I can tell you're a little shy about coming out of the closet, but it's okay. All right? Just protect yourself and make sure not to let anybody put their flesh flute without putting a little bit of a rubber prophylactic on it. Okay, guy? Okay. He's just a little shy. That's what happens when people come out of the closet. But it's okay, because now he can be optimistic about being a homosexual instead of a latent homosexual. And instead of sitting there and denying himself his yearnings of sexual gratification, he can go to his nearest park bathroom and service glory holes and not be ashamed of it whatsoever, since he's come out of the closet. So I hope that he does well for himself. Let's go ahead. 863, you're on the air. How you doing?
Hi, I am optimistic as you. How are you today?
I can't understand you, unfortunately. It sounds like you're talking from the inside of an anus, and a lot of echo going on. You might want to fix that. How about area code 412? How you doing?
I was to number 9, and I'll have a number 9 large. I'd also like a number 6. Please include extra dips. I'd like a number 7 too, with 2 number 45s as well. Please.
Okay, listen, I don't really know what kind of banter that you're trying to do in that capacity, but I was actually trying to look for people that are calling into the broadcast to try to get some optimism in their lives. So, if you could call up and ask, potential optimistic type questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But as far as that is concerned, I have no idea why you're doing that. But, hey, it's cute. How you like that? It's very cute. How about 937? How you doing? Are you on? 937, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I just got one request, man.
You picked the wrong house, fool! Hey, Big Smoke! It's me, Paul! Chill! CJ. Oh!
I have no idea what that is. I think that you're trying to recant some level of gratification and synapse simulation that you have achieved from that particular part of the movie. And I understand why you're calling up and doing that. You're trying to rekindle that satisfaction that you felt when you first heard that clip of a movie. But I just want to remind you that no matter how many times that you replicate it, it'll never be as good as the first time that you saw it. Anyway, who else do we have here? How about 269? How you doing?
Mr. Optimist, I have an important question to ask you.
Go ahead.
So I've been told by multiple sources that you're actually Ghost's gym teacher and you molested him. If so, that's really hot and like masturbating to it every night. Is that true, Mr. Optimist?
No, absolutely not. It's not true. And I understand that young fellers like you have probably been molested by adults that you trusted, a father, grandfather perhaps. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay to kind of just let go of those memories like a bag of bricks. Just set them down. And then what you do is you want to pursue your own endeavors. You want to be able to encapsulate whatever is sexually gratifying to you and make it personal to you. Don't sit there and act as though just because you were forcefully penetrated as a young child that that's the means of your sexual gratification. No. You are in charge of your own sexual gratification, okay? All right, and every time that you get into some kind of sexual endeavor, don't think about Grandpa, think about you. and think about your needs. Think about your wants. Anyway, how about 713? How you doing?
Oh, hi there, Mr. Optimism. How are you doing today?
How you doing? What can we do you for?
Well, I've been rough this whole day. What happened? An incident that happened yesterday. It's hurting my heart really bad, man. Like really, I just want to talk to somebody.
Why don't you explain it to us, and maybe we can help you out.
Well, there's this girl I knew at work. Well, I still know, but I kind of asked her for a number and if she'll go out with me. And it's not that I got rejected or she said no. It's just that I was too late. And by late, I mean maybe about a month back or two, I would bring her lunch and talked with her and everything. And she would have told me that she didn't want to be in a relationship at the moment. So I, being the man that I am, respected her wishes and didn't bother asking her number or asking her out, and just said, you know what, I'm not that in a hurry, and I'll probably ask her later. And I didn't know that there's other dude asking her out as well and persuading her and keep pushing at her until they started not going out. And she told me she has a boyfriend now.
Oh, that's horrible. I hate to hear that sort of thing. But I hate to tell you, man, all's fair is love and war. And what you need to do is just go out there and get yourself a new girl out there. I mean, do you have anybody that you're looking at? I mean, is there anybody that's within your social circles that is an alternative to this one right here?
Not really. I tend not to, go out there and just chase every skank I see, I guess. But, I'm not that desperate either. But, I really did like her, and I really did want to talk with her and just hang out. But she did tell me that, if anything happens, because I'm thinking it's not really of a lovey-dovey relationship. So maybe it won't last, and maybe she'll give me another chance.
Well, maybe she wants. Let me explain something to you. If she told you that, maybe she wants you to chase after her. Maybe that's her subtlety to say, hey, I really don't want to be with this guy, but this guy is so persistent and he is so adamant that I like it. And maybe I don't like the way he looks, maybe I don't like the way he acts, but because he's so persistent and makes me wanted, I decided to go ahead and give him a shot. Maybe it's time for you to do something of similar stature. Maybe you need to go and do something very, very, I wouldn't say extreme, but something romantic. Why don't you go out and read her a poem from her window? Why don't you go and send her flowers and with the poem if you don't want to do that? Why don't you go and visit her and there's just so many things you could do. And make sure to profess to her how much she means to you. And every intricacy of her, you want to tell her what it is about her that makes you crazy. Whether it's the way she looks, the way she acts, the way she talks. Make sure she understands this and articulates this. Because I guarantee you, she will be unbelievably pleased. And she may just drop the guy that she's with now and have no qualms with going with you right then instantaneously. Because women want to be wanted, and they want to be pursued. And they want to be pursued in a fashion that they didn't even imagine in their minds. So if you pursue her in a particular fashion and not be afraid, don't be afraid. Do you really like this woman?
I really do.
What do you like about her?
She's very pretty. She's very cute. She's not like one of these slut bags that work here. She's just great.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Outside the office, you exercise, eat right, but being healthy shouldn't stop when you sit down at your desk. People say sitting is the new smoking. But what can you do? Check out Veridesk, the original and easiest way to stand and sit while you work. It's simple and height adjustable with no assembly or new office furniture required. Find the size that's perfect for your desk at veridesk.com. Stand, sit, feel better. Go to veridesk.com and work the way you live. Veridesk. Work elevated.
Why don't you tell her that? Why don't you write that down, write it down, and tell her that. And tell her that with authority. Don't be scared. You see, that's another thing women do not like. They don't like little iffy, wishy-washy men. They want a man, if they're going to profess their love, they're going to profess their accordance to this woman, they want it with absolute confidence. Do you think you can do that, or do you think that confidence in face-to-face talk is a little bit too much?
Oh, I can certainly do that, but I just don't want to wait anymore.
Do it now. Do it right now. Don't even wait. Go to her house. Plan something, of course. Don't just go off cuff, but plan and profess, because I'm telling you, mark my words, if she told you that this may not work out, she is begging you to pursue her in a capacity that this other gentleman didn't. But it's up to you as a man to figure out what it is that she wants you to do so that you can sweep her off her feet and take her away from that loser. You got me?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Mr.
So what are you thinking about doing? What are you thinking about doing? Tell us, man, because you have to plan this out. Don't go off cuff.
Well, I think
Go ahead.
she does like sunflowers, so I might give her some sunflowers. She might like those.
Sunflowers.
Probably
Very good.
Probably a poem, yeah. And probably give it to her.
Okay, get sunflowers and write a poem about her and the sun.
The sun. That's great.
How she's as bright
great.
as the sun. I'm serious. Tell her she's bright as the sun. She makes your light, makes light in your day like the sun. She makes you heat up like the sun. She makes you believe in the day like the sun. I'm not joking around, man. It's your time. You want this chick?
It is.
Go get her. Go get her.
I will. I'm gonna get her. I'm going to.
Go get her.
I'm
and
not gonna let that punk
call
get
us
her.
tomorrow. Call us tomorrow and let us know what happens. Go get her right now, man. Don't even wait for it.
I'll try.
You gonna get her?
I will.
All right. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, man. That's optimism right there. That's such optimism. I almost want to shed a couple of tears. Go get that girl. Don't let her go away. Go and get her and tell her how she lights up your life like the sun. And that when you look into her eyes, she makes you tear up like the sun burning your eyes with so much beauty and so much radiance, so much illumination. Tell her that, just tell her everything. Tell her anything. She's yours, man. I know she's yours. I could feel it. I could feel it. Good luck to you, man. Please call us back tomorrow and let us know exactly what happened. Oh, man, it's so beautiful. I mean, a man loving a woman, I mean, it's just that. There's nothing more beautiful in the world than a man loving a woman. It's just so beautiful. Oh, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. That was just so beautiful. I mean, how can anyone not hear that and think that's just not just the most beautiful thing in the world? Oh, God. Let me calm down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to give the show to Ghost. I'm so taken back emotionally. I just can't do this right now. Oh, that was so beautiful. Ghost, go ahead. I can't do it, Ghost. Go ahead.
All right, fruity ass. Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, sorry, folks. All right. I'm sorry here. We had Mr. Optimism take control of the scene here, and I don't know what the hell happened. All right, I don't know what the hell happened, for Christ's sake. But anyway, let's get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. And let's go ahead and take some Radio Graffiti callers right now. Wait a minute. We do have Radio Graffiti callers, right, engineer? All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get to some Radio Graffiti callers right now. All right. Who do we got here? How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Helen Keller deaf mutes already. Already, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Nigga, nigga, bitch, nigga, nigga. Nigga, fried chicken, nigga, watermelon, nigga. Bitch, nigga, nigga, white women, titties. Nigga, nigga, bitch, nigga, nigga. Nigga, fried chicken, nigga, watermelon, nigga. Bitch, nigga, nigga, white women, titties. Nigga, nigga, bitch, nigga, nigga. Nigga, fried chicken, nigga, watermelon, nigga. Bitch, nigga, nigga.
All right. That's enough of that racist crap. What the hell was that about? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Nigga, bitch, nigga, nigga. Nigga, fried chicken, nigga, watermelon, nigga.
Hey, shut up with that crap, all right? Shut it up. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland.
No, we're not going there today. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost.
Okay. How's it going? Hello?
Oh, hi.
Yeah, you fruity bastard. Get the hell off my show, you fruit bowl. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland.
Shut up. Shut up with that crap. Shut up! Jesus Christ, man. How about 905 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost. It's me, Boat.
Hey, what's going on, Boat? How you doing, man?
I was hoping that Mr. Optimism could actually rub some optimism off of me.
Oh, yeah? Well, you need some optimism?
Because the thing is, my psychiatrist prescribed me my 4th antidepressant, and I'm not feeling very optimistic about it.
Well, Mr. Optimism is crying in a corner over here. He thought that what happened, I don't know what the hell happened previous, but he thought it was so beautiful. What is it? Maybe I can help you, man. What's wrong with the antidepressant that you got now?
I've been on 3 of them for years now. I just got the 4th one. I can go over what I have here so far. Let's see. I have Cymbalta in a large bottle. I think it's called Wellbutrin XL, but it's supposed to be taken with just dip it in some water. I have no, that's allergies. This is called Lexapro and Abilify. I usually just take it with cheese and a large soda.
You know what, Boat? Shut up. I know what you're fucking... I knew he was doing that crap, goddammit! Look, I'm serious about that stupid, dumb, ridiculous troll. I've had enough. Give me the freaking... I'm serious about that stupid freaking troll. Shove it up your goddamn dumb asses. Jesus Christ. 435 Radio Goddamn Graffiti. I mean, what, are you just going to sit there and play with your Peter Popper? Why do you even have your hand up, you milky licking piece of trash? 630 Radio Graffiti. I mean, what is everybody, a freaking Helen Keller deaf mute? Get off the line! Good God, man. I'm telling you, man. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Always do your best.
like Mr. Optimism has spread the optimism throughout this fiber optically connected world we call the internet. It's obvious. What kind of a freaking song was that? Do your best, I'm a fruity ass. Do your best. Get the hell out of here. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Nigga, nigga, bitch, nigga, nigga. Nigga, fried chicken, nigga, watermelon, nigga, bitch.
What the hell is this stupid song, man? Shove that song up your ass, man. I mean, you could tell it's some white guy saying that crap, man. You guys are going to get me yanked off the air with this racist crap. Good God. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
My name's Anonymous, and I am here to be a nuisance to this host, by which I mean BNG. I harass this hambone who's also a crip. I look back and say that you deserve that double dip. So then I found a place where everyone will go to hear the blatant truth of the Ireland's greatest show.
All right, we get it, for Christ's sake. I mean, it sounded like you had a lot of trouble, talking. I mean, are you Chinese by some chance? It sounded like you had a hard time saying R's there, all right? Or excuse me, L's. You had a hard time saying L's, you know? I heard it's Creverin. I heard that Creverin show. Hey, asshole, it's not Harrow. It's Hello. All right, asshole? It's not Harrow. It's Hello. Crack, man. And, you know, let me tell you, I don't like Chinese food. My wife loves it, okay? I take my wife to a Chinese restaurant, and lo and behold, there's a damn Chinese hair in my food, right? So I'm sitting over here. I call the waiter over there. Of course, the waiter is Oriental, for Christ's sake, and I'm like, look, I don't want this. And, you know, they don't speak English. They're right off the boat, for Christ's sake. Like, oh, I don't know. What do you say? I don't know. I'm like, listen, I don't want this. I got a hair in my food. All right? What? I don't know. You don't have a hair in the hoot? I don't have a hair in the hoot. I don't have a hair in the hoot. I was like, I got a hair in my food, Charlie. I don't have a hair in the hoot. I don't have a hair in the hoot. Anyway, sorry, folks. My apologies here. Let's continue going. Who else do we have here? How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
I'll have 2 dildos, a large dildo, a cunt with extra cum, a number 69, 2 dicks in my holes, 1 with lube, and a large coffee.
Oh, my God. Where did that fat slut come from, for Christ's sake? You know it's a fat slut. No self-respecting skinny slut would say that, for Christ's sake. Like some big fat ham bone wishing she'd... Yeah, you know what? I don't even want to go there. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to...
Yeah, we get it. You're Cleveland Brown with an Obama phone, all right? We get it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I...
Hey, Cleveland, it looks like your Obama phone ain't working anymore, baby. He's got 10 days left, you effeminate black idiot. How about 517 Radio Graffiti?
My name is Cleveland Brown. I'll take 2 number 9s and a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip. A number 7 to number 45, 1 with cheese. Go service is glory host because he's pretty. I post a thread on B so everyone will know. I suck lots of shit from Andy Six's butthole.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn it. I'm telling you, man, what a carpet munching Monday this has turned out to be, for Christ's sake, man. Freaking carpet munching Monday. It's a carpet munching Monday, for heaven's sake. Oh, give me the mic. I'm glad I only have 8 freaking minutes left on this carpet munching Monday. Good God. 443 Radio Graffiti.
Super Smash Radio Graffiti. This is True $117 Radio. True $117 Radio.
You kidding me? I'm going to have to pay $117. God damn it!
The badass of paying money on crap. Give him $117 or give him poop.
Where are you going, Templeton? I don't own that. Why did you take a crap there?
Live from his $117 apartment in San Antonio, Texas.
I literally spent money on crap.
And now he'll take it from here. The man who paid $117 on crap. Go.
Yeah, real funny, asshole. Look, I don't want to be reminded of that, all right? I should have saved it and put it on Ghost.market and charged about $150 for that crap. Somebody probably would have bought it. I'm telling you that right now. Somebody probably would have bought it. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Shout out to the Tiny Tat and El Foxo Loco.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am...
Oh, so it's El Foxo Loco's chat that's doing this crap, huh? It all comes clear now. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Do it every day. Do your best. Do your best. Do it every day.
All right. Shut up, you stupid moron. Your best isn't enough, okay? That's why you got to write a song about it, because your life sucks. Jesus Christ. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
What's going on between me and AR is personal, all right?
Hello, Ghost. Why are you crying? It's all right. You can tell your old pally or what's bothering you.
I have no friends.
What about your fans you have online?
Trout terrorist and cyber vermin!
Hey, buddy boy. Say, that sad sack of bones over here.
Shove it up your ass!
Don't mind him, Tigger. He's just depressed. Not that I would know anything about that.
He's depressed, huh? Well, don't you worry, ghosty old buddy old pal. Go ahead and bounce. It always puts me in a Tiggerific mood.
I'm in a freaking wheelchair!
Oh, you don't say. Well, looks like I forgot about that fact. But don't you worry, ghosty old buddy old pal. I found this old thingamajigger that's fit for a Tigger. Fall out of your back pocket. It must be your bouncing tail, buddy boy. Well, don't worry, I'll just reattach it. There we go, and... Look at him go, country boy. And he's bouncing set like a natural three-eyed double-girl. And that's spelled Tigger.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Bouncy, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is Ghost has become one. Ghost has become one.
You sick son of a...
Perverted, cartoon, fetish, premature, petulant child son of a bitch! God damn it! What the hell was that? What in the hell was that? What in the hell was that? Oh, man, you know what? I'm glad this is over. You know, I'm so glad this is over. Give me the mic. Oh, freaking mic, man. I'm glad this is goddamn over. I'm serious. I'm glad this is over. I'm sick of this crap. I deserve more respect. I did like 6 days. I did the holiday. I did Christmas Eve. I did New Year's Eve. Goddamn all of you.
Goddamn all of you, man. Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to take a couple of more of these, and that's it, you son of a bitch. 516 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost put Mr. Optimism back on. He's the real talent.
No, shut up. You don't even say that. Don't even say that. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Cleveland. Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. That's all right. Hey, Cleveland. Oh, my bad. Damn, there are so many of you people here. What you mean, you people? You know, you're all a bunch of...
And so I found a place where everyone will know my happy black guy face. This is a nigger show.
Oh, my God, man. I'm telling you, y'all are going to get me yanked off the air with all this racist nonsense, man. I'm telling you, you guys are sick, man. You guys are sick. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have going on over here, for heaven's sake? How about 309 Radio Graffiti?
Yeah, Ghost, how's it going? It's Jimmy.
Hey, what's going on, Jimmy? How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, I know you're near the end of your show. I've got a really quick question about Brexit, man. You were saying about the inflation's going to go up. I just wanted to quickly ask you to clarify something for me, please.
What's up?
Yeah, man. I was just wondering how it's going to affect the prices of my two number 9s, my number 9 large, my number 6 with extra dip, my number 6.
God damn it! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Why don't you just shut up? Why don't you just shut up, for Christ's sake? Good God, man! Why don't you just shut up, Jimmy? God damn it! I thought you were serious! I thought you were serious! God damn it! Oh, man. You know, I'm done, man. I just... I mean, what the hell am I supposed to say after that, man? What exactly am I supposed to say after that goddamn stupid crap? Give me the... I'm out of this goddamn carpet munching Monday, you scumbags. All right, I'm out of here. All right? I mean, you want to follow me? Fine. Follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. I mean, you'll be lucky if I come back for a damn Taco Tuesday tomorrow, all right? And if bookmark the website if I do, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. You'll be lucky if I come back for a Taco Tuesday tomorrow, boy. I'm so pissed off. I'm out of here. Get this goddamn...